Go Figure TV. Revolutionary salute. Revolutionary salute. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the House of Revolution. You know, I'm your humble host, the Yao Mean of Revolution. And the feds done started a war in Atlanta and used Young Thug as a pawn. Before we get into that, be sure to wipe your feet. That means hit the like button. You in the House of Revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, y'all. Well, let's look into the allegations. What happened in this interrogation room? What the hell is Young Thug doing?
Okay, people, I've got a spicy one for you today. Today's video, I'm going to be asking you guys a question, okay? It's a very simple question. What is snitching, okay? Because I must have it wrong, all right? I must have it wrong. I've talked a lot about Young Thug. I've talked a lot about Gunna. Everybody seems to want to put this snitch jacket on Gunna because he took a plea, all right? He took a plea. He admitted YSL was a gang. He said, yes, ma'am, and he got himself out of jail. Now, I'm just so confused because everybody, especially Young Thug, has been saying over and over and over again that Gunna is a snitch, okay, and that Young Thug isn't. But Young Thug took a plea as well. Now I've been saying this, and this makes a lot of people go super quiet, okay. But I've been saying if Gunna is a snitch, surely Young Thug's a snitch too. He took a plea. He took a no contendere. He took a no contest plea. Young Thug took Gunna took an Alford plea, and these are really two pleas where you're kind of basically accepting your charges, you're accepting your fate, and you're accepting the sentence that comes with it. Now, people have been on my bumper. They've been saying, yo, Young Thug's not a snitch because he took a plea. Gunna is a snitch because he took a plea. And the basis of that seems to be this one recording of Gunna in court that I guess was secretly recorded of him saying, yes, ma'am, to these charges. And when the state said YSL's a gang, he said, yes, ma'am. When the state said the drugs in the car were not yours, he said, yes, ma'am. Now, apparently that's snitching. To me, I thought snitching would be if you're in the interview room, you're being interrogated by the cops, and you said that somebody commits a crime. Pleading no contest and saying the drugs weren't mine, I didn't think that was snitching. All right? But taking an Alford plea, I didn't think that was snitching. I thought to be a snitch, you had to be in the interrogation room and pointing people out, telling people they commit crimes, telling the police that people commit crimes. And I'm still just super confused. So I've got a bunch of clips to go over today, but I want to just give you a quick little teaser of one clip, okay? And I just want you guys to tell me what this is compared to what Gunna did, okay? You guys just tell me, like, whether this is snitching or not. I'm genuinely just trying to educate myself on the issue.
But more than he used to brainwash his drugs. Like, trust them. I don't know what the fuck happened with them fools. Cause the night with the shit when Lil Wayne too, was that got shot up on Expressway and shit?
Yeah, that's what happened in Cobb, yeah.
Yeah, that happened in the club in Cobb.
I'm just a little bit confused, okay? This Young Thug interrogation tape has been circulating for a few years. This is from all the way back in 2015. And I haven't seen an interrogation tape of Gunna. I'm just trying to understand, is this snitching? Did Young Thug tell? Young Thug got a 2-hour interrogation tape with the police. Okay, and this has been floating around for quite some time. It's been taken down. It's been re-uploaded. It's been all sorts of stuff. But I hadn't actually heard this until recently. And that's not the only thing in here that kind of raises a few eyebrows. What about this one, right? And again, I need you guys to tell me, okay? What is this?
You know Roscoe? Man, that man was fucking scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro? But I don't fucking know, because every day nigga broke a fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Wow.
He said that man breaks the law.
That man break the law every day. You telling the police, that man committing crimes every day. Woo, Young Thug. That man singing like a R&B singer.
Every day. So look, I'm going to take you guys all the way back to the beginning and give you some context to this interrogation. I'm going to play you some more clips from it. And you guys let me know, is this worse than what Gunna did? Is this better than what Gunna did? I'm expecting to see a whole bunch of excuses in the comments. Okay, and look, I'm not saying Young Thug told. You guys got to let me know, because I'm honestly really, really confused at this point. Okay, so look, let's take it.
The police is saying that Pee Wee Roscoe shot at Lil Wayne, tried to kill Lil Wayne, and they're asking Thug, and Thug saying, well, I don't know, he committing crimes every day. Oh, thank you. They need that, because we saying he committed a crime, and you're saying, well, it could have been him. He commit crimes every day. Wow.
Before I take it all the way back, okay, Gunner has been just he's had his name dragged through the mud for a couple of years now. Okay, and we all know why. It's this infamous video of him telling in court. Okay, him telling in court. Everybody says this is telling. I'm still confused. All right. So this video accepting his plea and saying yes, ma'am.
That nigga would have said nothing like that to the police.
Is this snitching? Like, let me know. I just want to understand.
After each statement, whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
All right, so that was that, Pop.
So look, I'm being fair. I just wanted to play that and give that context. Okay, everybody has told me that that's snitching. Now, I've searched far and wide for Gunner's interrogation footage. Now, this is clickbait. Okay, Trapologist is out here clickbaiting. Okay, this image, this fake image, this appears nowhere in the video. There is no interrogation with Gunner in this video. Okay, there's interrogations with other people. All right. But there ain't no Gunner interrogation footage that we can pull up. That's just not a thing. That's just not a thing that we can do. There's not a thing we can find. It's not a thing that I could find anywhere. All right. But when this Young Thug 2-hour interrogation came across my desk, I was like, God damn, like really? Like, well, surely you just lawyer up and you don't say anything. You just give no comment. I always thought that was the way to go. So I was super confused. Okay. But let's just take a step back. Okay. Because we just saw Gunner take his plea. All right. Young Thug also took a plea. All right, Young Thug took a plea. All right, he acknowledged the things that he did in court. Okay, and he even.
All right, Sergeant, can you swear?
So look, we see this. This is Thug accepting his deal.
Do you understand that you are charged with the following offenses? Conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, participation in criminal street gang activity, the leadership charge, participation in criminal street gang activity, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, 3 counts, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a machine gun. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges, and that if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you will continue to receive a jury trial?
Yes.
All right. Have your attorneys advised you of the minimum and maximum sentence for each of the crimes that you are charged with?
Yes.
And each of the charges that you are pleading guilty to?
Yes.
Do you understand that neither the court nor the district attorney's office has anything to do with parole or the Department of Corrections or the Board of Pardons and Paroles, and that if you are sentenced to confinement in the Georgia Department of Corrections, no one can guarantee parole?
You can say yes.
Well,
She asked you, do you say that?
Oh,
you
yes,
guarantee
ma'am.
Parole.
Your Honor, may I allow Mr. Williams time to finish signing the indictment?
So look, he said yes, ma'am, too. All right, he accepted the charges and he ended up taking his plea. And Young Thug even appeared in court to apologize to the community. And he even, in my opinion, sent a sneak diss to Gunner by opening up with a cheeky little yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Williams, is there anything that you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. I take full responsibility for, my crimes or my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all their names, my managers,
my kids that's not here, really everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just like you know, having so much time investing into this, you know, and
So Thug, he made his little apology. Okay, well, to be honest, it wasn't a very earnest apology. It didn't really apologize to the right kind of people. Let's just put it that way, okay? But at the end of the day, okay, his charges were his charges. He took his plea, all right? Some no contest, some guilty, all right? In the similar way that Gunna took an Alford plea, okay, Thug took no contest to the violation of the Georgia RICO Act, no contest to the organizing of criminal street gang activity. Guilty. He pled guilty to participation in criminal street gang activity. Interestingly, when he did this, all right, for everybody that said, oh, Gunna's a snitch because he took his plea before Thug, Thug took his plea before Yak Gotti and Shannon Stillwell. They were still facing murder charges as part of the criminal street gang. Criminal street gang there. So it's the same thing, all right? So at the end of the day, we've got two guys taking very similar pleas, all right? At the same time, people still on trial for charges related to these gangs that they're admitting to being a part of, that they're admitting exists. Young Thug is pleading guilty to participating in criminal street gang activity. Yes, gang, guilty. Criminal street gang activity is admitting the gang exists. The gang does exist. So that's not any different from Gunna, all right? A lot of people have said, oh, what's the difference between a no contest and an Alford plea? Well, there's really not much difference, okay? There's a Reddit thread that basically break this down, and there's not really much difference, okay? I saw a thread when I asked this, and I Googled it, but I don't get the difference. What's the difference between an Alford plea and a no contest plea? I'm in a wrongful conviction class, and both terms have been defined and used, but I cannot understand the difference between these two terms beyond the fact that an Alford plea can be used against you in a civil case, while a no contest plea cannot. Is that really it? People are basically saying that, yes, that is basically it. Okay. Alford plea is a guilty plea without admitting guilt, but conceding they have proof beyond reasonable doubt to convict you. No contest means you do not dispute the factual charges, so it could be a plea bargain. But essentially, they are the same thing. All right. No contest, you neither deny or admit guilt. You're just not contesting anything. The prosecution says in an Alford plea, you actively assert your innocence. Okay. So, you know what I mean? In a way, despite saying that YSL must end, the Alford plea maybe is very, very, very slightly closer to asserting innocence. But ever since this went down, we've seen Young Thug just pooping all over Gunna. All right, Gunna, stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy. He said if you're a rapper and a rat, you just got to go gospel, twin.
You're great now.
He dissed Kid Cudi for getting up in the court against P. Diddy, the accused sexual abuser, okay, but he said, damn, Cudi a rat, lol. He dancing all over anybody that has ever even dared to set their foot in a courtroom. Is a little bit strange. And when Gunna dropped his album recently, which was fire, by the way.
Notice Boosie not going to say shit. Boosie not going to stand on all them principles that he been having by Thug neither. Just like they didn't want to say nothing about QCP or P, whatever name. Y'all know P. They did all that telling too. You know what I'm saying? These dudes here, they holding some culture. These phonies, bro. Misleading these kids.
Way said nobody want to hear that. Young Thug is like truly obsessed at this point, right? On his comeback song, he sent shots, alleged shots. All right. He said, brother, you a rat. Twin, you a pack. He's obsessed with calling out Gunna for this alleged snitching, even though he got the same deal. Okay, it's a little bit unusual, but I digress. Okay, I personally think it's not helping him. It's actually making a lot of people think that he's just mad salty. He's mad, just like bitter about what happened. And even DJ Academics agreed, and he said, look, all of this ongoing dissing really just hurts Thug. Okay. But look, DJ Academics is kind of breaking it down, all right? Kind of breaking down the salty attitude towards Gunna. Okay, and he's basically saying that there's this double standard. I don't personally believe that Gunna.
I guess Gunna really had that magic sauce over there. I guess old King Slime went to jail and came out. A lot of niggas come out and don't think everybody come out of jail and they can get back to it like Tupac. That's rare that people get back on it and get right back to it. A lot of niggas come home from jail, fall off.
Gunna snitched. But essentially, Academics is breaking it down.
He's like, Young Thug is doing everything but what we need him to do. And what he doesn't realize is that it's going to taint and tint the music when we hear it. And it's going to make us feel a way based on just everything he keeps tweeting. We get it, brother. You don't like Gunna. We get it. Brother, just meet up with him and shoot the fade or something. Like, You know, and obviously it's personal to Thug because he went to jail, and clearly in his story he blames Gunna for this somehow. The other people involved who are doing overt, obvious disses, it doesn't look like it's working for them. It feels like they're trying to get fans to commit to what they feel is important, and everybody looking at them like, okay, tell us some more about how he's a snitch. Okay, so where's the music now? To the point that, and this was the craziest part of it all. By the way, I want to let y'all know, when I believe Gunna told too. I do believe he told. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I be looking at Lil Baby and thugging him, and I'm like, the reason I'm saying y'all might Meek Mill yourself is because people want to root for y'all, but y'all keep giving people reasons to be like, yo, these niggas hating. Like that's where I think the lack of, the lack of understanding what's happening for them, like they only can see from their perspective. So they're like, nah, we've been telling you we don't fuck with snitches, so we gonna tell you fuck these snitches. And it's like, dog, we're now starting to look at y'all like haters. And
this is a very good point. This was the point I was trying to get to. Okay, that last clip, there was a little bit more stuff in there that I wasn't really trying to get to, but that's what it is. Okay, people are looking at Thug like a hater now. He's hating because Gunna's got more motion than him right now. Gunna's got more monthly listeners on Spotify than Young Thug. I don't think he told. I think their cases are very similar. And as we're going to get to it, Young Thug got a whole 2-hour interrogation video. He up on the telling. If you ask me about, compared to Gunna, he up on the telling scoreboard. Okay, and he's beginning to look like a hater. And Young Thug, as Academic said, he's starting to Meek Mill himself. You're talking all this talk about snitches. This is like when Meek Mill was gunning for 6ix9ine so hard, and he ended up punking himself out. He Meek Milled himself. Before Meek Milling yourself was even a thing, Meek Milled himself. And Young Thug is kind of Meek Milling himself too, because we're not feeling the music like we're feeling Gunna's music. We're tired of this snitching narrative. You're sounding kind of salty, and it's really not a good look.
And one thing about people collectively, it's like we like to get on people, Jones on people, we like to whatever, but we never like to be seen as a flat out hater, like somebody who's just straight up negative. And I think that's where I think Young Thug and Lil Baby are standing to fit in this narrative, and they're tying their stories and their albums completely to Gunna. Y'all tell me right now, as soon as Young Thug drop, the first thing they ain't gonna say or see on social media is, yo.
I did see 21 Savage just unfollow the nigga, so maybe 21 Savage trying to be the one stand on the business. I think they say he the first one to unfollow Thugger.
Man, Gunna album better than this, or damn, he really outdid Gunna. It's gonna be one way or the other. You're now intuitively tied to the guy you claim you hate or you want to get away from. So
it's a very good point, man. Gunna's the rising star, and Young Thug, his whole hate campaign against Gunna is basically you're becoming a one-dimensional character. You're becoming one-dimensional. If you're just standing on, I never snitched and I don't snitch and we hate snitches, bro, give us something more interesting. Put the dress on. Like, what happened to that creative cool Thug? Now you're just sounding salty, this snitch hater, and really the snitch allegation is a reach, in my opinion.
He's one of the most talented artists of all time, and we thought this was going to be a bigger-than-life moment of him coming out of jail. We don't expect him to be focused on the guy he signed, his subordinate, Gunna, the nigga he helped put on. No. You get what I'm saying?
It's kind of true, man. All he's focused on is Gunna, all right? He should be happy to have his freedom back. He took a plea. Gunna took his plea. You're both enjoying your freedom in the same way. You took the same route. And you're just focused on Gunna, salty as hell.
My thing is, Thug, the time is now. Drop your shit. Forget what Lil Baby got going on. Yeah, Gunna, drop your shit.
You're going to eat anyway. Off Gunna.
It's a good point, okay? It's a good point. Look, now we're going to get to the juicy stuff, okay? We're going to get to the juicy stuff. Now that I've got that out of the way and I've given you guys some context, okay, we're going to trace our minds all the way back 10 whole years to 2015. Who remembers, man? Who remembers the good old days? 2015, man. Who remembers this? All right, shots fired at Lil Wayne's tour bus in Georgia.
Shots were fired at the tour bus of Grammy-winning rapper Lil Wayne on the 26th of April. Footage from the NBC affiliate in Atlanta, Georgia, showed several bullet holes in the side of the bus, but no injuries were reported. The station said that the shots were fired at the bus as it was traveling through Cobb County, Georgia. The rapper, also known as Wheezy, whose real name is Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., was traveling in the bus after his performance in Atlanta. In 2008, Wayne won Grammy Awards for the Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, Best Rap Solo Performance, and was part of the award-winning Best Rap Group Performance. He's had run-ins with the law on weapons and drug charges and went to prison in New York in a gun case.
Now, the man that was initially fingered to have been the shooter in this was a guy called Jimmy Winfrey, a.k.a. Pee Wee Roscoe. Now, this is a guy that was tapped in with Thug, allegedly tapped in with Wayne, as we're going to find out from the police interrogation video. According to Thug, he was carrying Wayne's drugs, according to Thug in his interrogation video. But anyway, He ended up going down.
That's snitching. We just selling Wayne drugs. What? Selling Wayne drugs? Boy, you in a police interrogation room. You talking about selling you? So you're saying you distribute drugs to rappers? That's a RICO. The hell wrong with you?
We went down for this.
Two developments this noon in the shooting of the.
They pills, they Molly, they Percocets, whatever they want. What the fuck, boy? What are you saying? No, not me. Pee Wee. I'm just saying.
Rapper Lil Wayne's tour bus. This morning, the accused triggerman went before a judge, and Channel 2's Audrey Washington was there. Audrey, Jimmy Winfrey was hoping to be allowed out of jail this noon.
Linda, court just wrapped up a little over 60 minutes ago. Despite some moving and emotional testimony by the defendant's sister, the judge was not swayed and denied bond. Now, as you said, this all stems from the April shooting of rapper Lil Wayne's tour bus in Cobb County. 24-year-old Jimmy Winfrey is the accused shooter. He faces 30 counts, including charges of aggravated assault and racketeering.
We've got 2 prior convictions and a person who's just barely in their mid-20s. So there's a pattern here. And risk of intimidating witnesses.
Well, they couldn't charge him with racketeering if Young Thug wouldn't have told him he's supplying the drugs to the rappers when they come into town. See, Young Thug corroborated evidence. That's definitely snitching. They needed you to fill in the blanks, nigga. You just told us that Thug can't get away from that right there. Nobody should. Don't let that slide your mind. They charged that man with racketeering, RICO. Yeah, Young Thug put the case together. Told him the man is selling narcotics to these rappers.
The conduct would be consistent with the risk of that. So I'm not going to set a bond on this case.
This week, an indictment in the case stated that Winfrey called cell phones linked to rappers Young Thug and Birdman before and after the gunfire. The indictment went on to state that the shooting stemmed from a feud regarding Lil Wayne's contract with Cash Money Records. I'm working to put together more.
When I first had heard the conversation with him and Birdman, I thought Birdman was finna go to jail. I had no idea I don't have no idea how Birdman got out of that. That made absolutely no sense at all. Birdman is on the phone with the shooter, and Birdman is like, he said you did your part. That's eye-opening. And told him I got some money for you. Everything gonna be good for you when you get out. Birdman telling this man is in jail for shooting Lil Wayne tour bus up. Birdman is telling him you did your part. They got the call. I got some money. I got some money for you. What? And he still did. He still didn't get arrested. And then, put that with Young Thug in the police interrogation room, letting the detectives know it was some real beef between Wayne and Birdman. He filled it in. Say, yeah, some real, man, I didn't know. I thought it was just records. What? Okay.
On that part of the story for you, beginning all new at 4, right?
So there were 2 competing narratives over who was responsible for this, or maybe they were somehow combined. It was Young Thug was beefing with Lil Wayne because he wanted to call his album the Barter 6. Initially the Carter 6, he changed it to Barter 6 with no the, all right? But Young Thug, and as we're going to find out in the police interrogation because he told us everything, he was feuding with Lil Wayne because he looked up to Lil Wayne. He idolized Lil Wayne. He wanted to be Wayne. He literally got he told the police, he got tattoos all over his body because he wanted to look.
Birdman turned them niggas against one another. Birdman did that, like making females fight for attention. Birdman did that, like he been doing to all of them the niggas on that label forever. Birdman turned them niggas against one another and sick Young Thug on Wayne. And it started a lot of other that Atlanta stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, Birdman probably the reason Big Nut got hit. Probably the reason that Rich Homie Quan daddy got shot in the barbershop. Birdman ass got a lot to do with a lot of this shit.
It looked like Lil Wayne. Now, there's that going on. Meanwhile, Birdman's having a contract dispute with Lil Wayne. Birdman is basically trying to get Lil Wayne to put out his Cart 5 album. Wayne's not going for it. Wayne is saying that he's owed money from Cash Money Records, and Birdman is saying, I don't know what Birdman's saying. Okay. So I did a breakdown of this video 6 years ago. This is actually one of my first videos that popped off back in the day All right. So I kind of break the whole situation down, the relationship between Jimmy Winfrey, you know what I mean, Young Thug, how they all got locked in, how they ended up hanging out together, all of the come up, how YSL, how Birdman kind of put his arm around Young Thug as a kind of like up and coming rapper, kind of grooming him to be the next Lil Wayne. So look, we can get a little bit of extra background on this here if you really want. There's a lot to the story. It was around 2014 when Young Thug's songs Stoner and Danny Glover were popping off in the streets that rumors started to appear that he was going to sign to Birdman's Cash Money Records. Well, it turned out that Thug's claims of being signed to Cash Money were straight cap. He later went on to sign a deal with 300 Entertainment. Now, it was in March 2014 when Thug basically came out and said that he was going to name his album The Carter 6. If you know Lil Wayne, you'll know that his real name is Dwayne Carter, and his series...
Vampire. Birdman went sucked the life up out of Atlanta hip-hop scene, caused a lot of murder and mayhem, and played them niggas off of each other. They always looking at his lifestyle, wanting that motherfucking lifestyle. That's real talk.
A series of his most successful and famous albums is called The Carter. Carter 4 came out in 2011, and fans had been waiting feverishly for the next installment, the Carter 5, to come out. So in September 2014, Thug decides to double down on his stupid comment, despite the fact that he's not signed to Cash Money Records, no proof that he's ever even worked with Lil Wayne, and of course, his name is definitely not Carter, making him about as much of a Carter as Detective James Carter from Rush Hour. It's then in December of 2014, Lil Wayne comes out and basically...
Rich Homie Quan tell you, Birdman ripped him off. Salute family. Birdman ripped him off for the big one of the biggest hits in Cash Money history, the Lifestyle song with Rich Homie Quan, Birdman, and Young Thug. Rich Homie Quan, Birdman ripped them off because they put that under Rich Gang. They don't own Rich Gang, so all the royalties and publish all the same old story. But they should have knew better. What make these niggas think Birdman gonna do them better than he did Juvie, Wayne, BG, and Manny Fresh and everybody else? They think that they really got a better relationship with Birdman than Wayne do. And Rich Homie Quan say, but that's what got Nut hit and then started all that bullshit. Because Birdman couldn't finesse him anymore. So then he sicked Young Thug on them niggas. And Young Thug
he says that he's being held against his will at Cash Money, that he wants to release the Carter 5, but he's not allowed to because of a contractual dispute. So on January 25th, 2015, Wayne comes through with that smoke and files a $51 million lawsuit against Birdman, and he wants to take his Young Money, Cash Money artists with him. Only a couple of small names, Nicki Minaj and Drake. The day after Wayne files that lawsuit, things start to get real smoky. That night, Lil Wayne is having a listening party for his new mixtape, Sorry for the Wait 2, at the Versace Mansion in Miami. He drops a tweet telling people they should go to his party and not to Birdman's Rich Gang party that's also going on at Club Live that same night.
Yeah, the night we're going to Miami with Bloody Bird, bitch. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be at Live. So if you ain't at Live, nigga, you ain't living. Ain't no club, that shit ain't nothing. Whoever don't like it, pull up, fuck.
March the 17th, Thug's label puts out a statement saying that his album is definitely going to be called The Carter 6. Lil Wayne's daughter comes out saying that ain't happening. April 2015, at the start of the month, Wayne makes back-to-back disses. First saying fuck Cash Money at a show in Florida.
Carter 5 coming soon. Fuck Cash Money.
Next week, Young Thug releases an unusual album cover for The Carter 6, which is basically just him standing there naked. Lil Wayne immediately gets on stage and says, fuck it.
If y'all ever have Rich Gang or whoever it is in this motherfucker, y'all let them know I said, fuck it. And stop listening to songs of niggas that post naked on their motherfucking album cover.
A couple of days after that appearance, Thug is forced to change the title of his album from The Carter 6 to Barter 6 in response to a lawsuit supposedly filed by Lil Wayne. Thug then drops a pretty unusual video where he says he's releasing the album as planned, that he's going to be in Holly Grove, which is Wayne's hometown, and that he's going to come through with them dicks, and Wayne should meet him there.
Can't name the mixtape Carter 6 because these fuck ass niggas trying to sue. Friday, first show, New Orleans, Holly Grove. Fuck niggas, meet me there, baby. Beat me there, you did. With them dicks too, nigga. Yeah.
4 days later, Thug drops the album with the new title, Barter 6. 3 days after that, whilst performing, Lil Wayne says Thug can suck his dick, and I'm assuming that he actually means his dick and not his gun.
If there were any other albums that dropped recently, tell them I say suck my dick. Ain't no motherfucking such thing as Carter 6. You let them know Tunchi says suck my dick.
And then 6 days after this, it goes down. April 26, 2015, and Lil Wayne is performing in Atlanta at a place called The Compound.
How about this talk? Make some motherfucking noise.
Exactly while this is going on, Thug is in Louisiana, Lil Wayne's home state, playing a show where he gets thoroughly booed off stage by a crowd that were chanting for Lil Wayne.
I still love you.
That's just the fans, nigga. Imagine the nigga you trying to pull up in Hollygrove or go through New Orleans without baby and you talking all this shit about Wayne. Boy, them people ain't friendly like that.
This is my lifestyle.
Now, at this point, Thug's road manager and homeboy Pee Wee Roscoe drives to the compound with some other blood members, and he's seen pulling up in a white Camaro, and the cops spot an assault rifle in his car. At the venue, there's an altercation where Pee Wee is heard shouting, "This is my city, keep fucking around and I'll spray the bus." I assume he doesn't mean that in the Grand Theft Auto sense. The cops decided to give a police escort to Lil Wayne's tour buses to get him onto the highway. One of the cops report that the same white Chevy Camaro that Pee Wee pulled up in is following them at high speed along the highway. Once the buses passed into a new jurisdiction of Cobb County, the police had to leave them behind, and it was at this point that the white Camaro pulled up and let off those dicks. Now, allegedly at this point, that white Camaro turned off onto a different road. Pee Wee made a phone call to a phone number that was linked to Birdman and fled to Miami. After the shooting, Pee Wee got hit with a savage indictment that included around 30 different counts. Pee Wee on screen with a gun at this point.
With them dicks too, nigga. Yeah.
Now, both Thug and Birdman are mentioned several times in the indictment, though they are not actually implicated specifically in any of the crimes or shootings. Now, the only comment that Thug actually made about his involvement in this incident is a September 2015 interview with GQ. When he's asked directly about whether he had something to do with the shooting, his response is simple: fuck no. One of the most shocking and frankly confusing thing is the phone calls. Now, this information has only come out years after the incident from the civil lawsuit filed by the bus driver, Alvin Lewis, who claims that Pee Wee did this shooting on behalf of Birdman in exchange for $250,000 and a Porsche. According to phone records, around 3 a.m., about 12 minutes before the shooting took place, young Thug called Pee Wee 8 times. Now, we shouldn't be quick to judge because in my experience, anybody leaving 8 missed calls at 3 a.m. is probably just making an innocent booty call. This isn't a good look, especially considering the fact that Pee Wee called the phone number owned by Birdman literally minutes after the shooting took place. But the biggest mindfuck of all relating to this case is a leaked recording that came out as part of this civil lawsuit between Birdman and Pee Wee.
You come out here and get this money, don't you? Well, my nigga, you blessed. You did everything you could do, bro. It's an eye opener, bro. You know what I'm saying? Follow you on that.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. This nigga Birdman is Birdman's a federal fucking informant. After I seen this, I knew that nigga was going to jail. I said, oh shit, they got him. That's it for him. He on the phone with the shooter of Lil Wayne tour bus. He told him, man, time for you to come out here and get your money. Money? That man shot at Lil Wayne too. You did everything you could do. It's eye-opening. Strictly business. Strictly business. This shit crazy motherfucker. And that Birdman didn't go to jail. He telling this man, come get your money for that, what you just did. It's strictly business. Man.
Some people are saying that this is the call that happened minutes after the shooting. Other people are saying this is a call that happened much later while Pee Wee was in jail. Birdman has obviously denied any involvement in this incident.
This indictment that people are saying,
bro,
it's actually
it don't
like
matter when it happened. It don't matter if it happened right after the shooting. It don't matter if it happened 90 days, 300 days after the shooting. He told the shooter of Lil Wayne fucking tour bus, you need to come on out here and get this money I got for you. I got some money for you. You did everything you can do. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do for you to be paying him? Come on, man.
It was like the craziest shit that I ever heard in my life.
So what do you make of that? And can you
I don't make nothing of it because I don't get caught up in it.
What do you think happened then on the bus that day with the shooting?
Pee Wee actually ended up pleading guilty.
Some niggas be taking Birdman for a joke. We laugh. We talk about he be kissing people and Rick Ross playing these games with him. But when you go back and listen to Terrence Gates with him, Gates Chronicle, Birdman is a very dangerous man and who had a lot of people doing a lot of dangerous shit and a lot of killers on his behalf. So it's crazy because he absolutely did that. He absolutely put Lil Wayne in the blender like that and got caught on that phone. I don't know why the feds let this nigga make it like that.
Guilty to 6 of those charges relating to this incident and was sentenced to a pretty hefty 20-year prison sentence. In 2018, this conviction was actually overturned because it turned out the judge had actually put undue pressure on Pee Wee to take a plea deal. Did Young Thug and Birdman try to kill Lil Wayne? Maybe. We might find out if this case ends up going back to trial and if Pee Wee pleads innocent.
So that's the breakdown, all right? I'll give you the whole breakdown because that wasn't a very long video. That was in my old style of videos, much shorter, much less serious. But it turns out that behind the scenes, during that whole period of time, Young Thug actually sat down with detectives and told them a whole bunch of things about the situation. Now, this interrogation, okay, this has apparently been going around for a couple of years. Shout out to Seti Nash. He re-uploaded it recently, and this is what brought it to my attention. So before you go pulling up with them dicks, all right, blame Seti Nash. You can go pull up on him with Hernandez Govern, okay? But this was brought to my attention when it was reposted on Seti's page. Okay. And essentially, there's just a whole bunch of stuff in here that you just wouldn't believe. All right. For somebody that is so adamant that he hates Gunna for snitching and that Gunna's a snitch, Gunna's a rat because he took a plea deal, he took a plea deal too. And what's so crazy about this, and this is why I'm asking you guys, is this snitching? Because he sat down for a whole, I don't even want to call it an interview. This is a damn near a podcast at this point. He sat down for 2 hours with detectives and talked. I'm not going to cap. They bring him a sandwich. He sat down and ate a sandwich with the detectives. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm about to play you. For some people that have never heard this, this is going to blow your mind. And it's very unfortunate, okay? I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, okay? But there's multiple. I played you a couple of clips at the start, but there's a lot more to this. You tell me, is this telling? Because for everybody that says Gunna is telling, surely this, bro, you got to tell me, bro. Let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. So look, straight off the back, all right? They ask Young Thug, right? They ask if Thug knows why that the cops want to talk to him, and he says no.
I've been treating you good, I guess, so far. Okay. Well, you have any reason, or do you know any reason why I would want to talk to you? Obviously, I'm from Cobb County.
Why would you?
Yeah, why I would want to talk to you.
The mom's in Cobb County?
Do what?
What is it?
No. Relax, man, relax. We got something that's going on. It's something totally separate from what you got going on. We're not even here basically looking to talk to you about anything that we think you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's more just to get a feel and just get a background of everything that's going on. Does that make sense? Okay.
Lives in ATL.
Anyway, man, what I would like to do is just talk with you and just, like I said, get background of this whole shebang of just.
So they've said to Thug, look, we're not sitting down to accuse you of doing anything, okay? We just want to talk to you about something, okay? What could it be? All right, what could it be? Okay. And actually, you know what? One more thing that I just want to give you context for, okay, is Young Thug was basically arrested for making terroristic threats, I believe the charge was. So this was a case back in July 2015 where Young Thug was arrested after making terroristic threats, allegedly saying that he would shoot a mall security guard in the face. Okay. He was later charged with drug and weapons violations. Okay. But the US Marshals arrested him early that morning for making terroristic threats. They said that he threatened to shoot a security guard at the Perimeter Mall in Atlanta, and he was escorted out of the mall where he made a threat. He was apprehended at a residence in Sandy Springs, Georgia, by the U.S. Marshals, and he was taken in. So this is the context. He wasn't arrested for the Jimmy Winfrey tour bus shooting case. He was arrested for this, but then he decided to sit down and have this conversation. And they let him know what the conversation is. They said, look, we ain't here to talk about anything that you've done. We want to talk to you about something else. This is what it was.
Just the whole history of what's going on. I'm sure you know what happened in Cobb County, right? With Pee Wee and all that crap.
Oh, Roscoe.
Yeah, Roscoe.
Oh, yeah, with that little wine shit.
Yeah.
So they would read him his rights and they would make it very clear to him, okay, you don't have to talk to us about this if you don't want to. You can not talk to us. I was under the understanding that in the streets, this is usually where you ask for a lawyer. A lot of UK rappers, they do no comment interviews. They just say no comment to everything they're asked. It's a known thing in the UK, no comment interviews. A lot of rappers have made songs called No Comment on this basis. And they make it very clear to him. They read him his rights and they say, you do not have to talk to us, okay?
Talk to us. It's totally up to you, but we would like to talk to you just so you can help sort some stuff out, if that makes sense, okay?
So if you want to talk to us, we want to talk to you about a separate incident, right? That happened in Cobb County, that incident, okay? We want to talk to you and get some information about what's happening. So he would basically go on to, they would basically go on to read him his rights. They say you got the right to remain silent. You don't have to walk. And Young Thug, it would appear he did not want to make use of his constitutional right to remain silent in this situation. He decided, I'm going to have a conversation with you guys. Since you guys want to have a conversation with me about all this craziness that's been going on. And they talk, man. The podcast runs for like 2 hours.
Your first right is you have the right to remain silent.
Because he didn't want to be charged with that shooting. He didn't want to be charged with that little Wayne tour bus shooting. He was going to make sure they charged Roscoe with it because he the bag man. And Roscoe out here letting it be done. Young Thug didn't tell on me yet because you got the bag. He gave you the bag to shut up. But we hear this and we know he absolutely told on you, nigga. Dumbass nigga.
Silent. And that's it.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Hip hop lives in ATL.
Do you want to initial?
I don't want to initial.
That's
So he says, and I think this is telling, right? There's paperwork in front of him. They say you got to initial these rights, and he says, "I don't want to initial. I don't want to write. I don't want anyone to know that I had this conversation." But he sits down and has a conversation for 2 hours from here. Okay. They say he has the right to remain silent. He says that he doesn't want to talk. And they even say to him, look, anything that you say here can be used against you in court. You understand, right? You might not want to initial, but do you understand what we're telling you?
If you
right
understand
now?
or not. You don't have to put pen to paper for nothing if you don't want to.
Anything you say can be used against you in court.
Yes.
You understand? Okay. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before we ask you any questions and to have a lawyer with you during questioning. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you if you wish before any questioning begins. Okay? If you decide to answer any questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you do me a favor? only if you can.
No better.
Could you read me this first sentence right here?
Hip hop lives in ATL.
Of my rights, man.
These niggas out there think we so stupid. These niggas is dumb, bro. But yes, man. This nigga think we so stupid that he on social media talking about, man, I helped my brother. Boy. I helped my brother. I don't go damn what that nigga say. We hear what you doing, boy. You talking about niggas selling drugs to Wayne. You bring a Birdman in it. You're not supposed to be sitting down talking. That's supposed to be your lawyer talking. You're not supposed to be in there. What are you doing in there doing all this talking? You. The real nigga police. What are you doing in that? We all know this nigga was a phony, bro, in the beginning, man. I knew this man was wearing a dress. I heard about all the killer gorilla shit. I'm like, what? That's true. You know what I'm saying? Man, anybody can do that shit. You got a bunch of psychopaths running around. But this is who he really is. In there talking, telling, giving it all up, don't want to go to jail. This nigga didn't want to go to jail for shooting at that having that man shoot at that tour bus.
To me, I understood these rights. At this time, I am willing to answer questions without a lawyer present.
You should say this AI. That's AI.
That's if you are willing to talk to us. That's kind of what that's saying. Like, we haven't threatened you. We haven't hit you with a club. We haven't made any promises. But do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk to us right now about, and like I said, I'm not trying to influence you one way or another. It's your choice if you want to talk to us or not. But do you just want to talk to us right now in this room without having to have like an attorney present? That's basically what that's saying. You don't have to sign that form if you don't want to, man.
Lives in ATL.
Okay. But do you, that's 100% fine.
Not saying anything against you.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Talk and whatever we need to talk about. But she know I talk to you about it now, but I don't.
You don't have to sign that. You don't, did you
He's saying, I'll talk to you about anything you want to talk about. I don't want to sign that. I don't want to put my name on the paper. I will talk to you about whatever you say. I understand what you're saying.
I'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about, but I don't want to put my name on nothing because I don't want nobody to know that I was in. That boy, you crazy. They recording you. What are you talking about? He still trying to keep it. That nigga still in there trying to keep it G. You know, people talk about, hey, you know, hey, your lawyer, you want to talk to about your lawyer? Your lawyer or no? Come on, oh, he a street gangster, ain't more boss. You know your lawyer supposed to be beside you. He know the rules. Hell no, he coming there trying. He try to get ahead of this thing, man. He try to make sure he put Pee Wee in the hot seat, throw Birdman in there a little bit, get himself out of there. But he never thought about this. It was all gonna be recorded. And his ass was gonna prove he's a motherfucking phony, nigga. Talking to these detectives in there, nigga, about nothing at all.
That's what he said. Okay. And he says, I'm happy to talk to you guys without my attorney present.
You understand that though?
Yeah.
Okay, if you understand it, okay.
So what you're saying is you will talk to us without your attorney present?
Yeah.
Okay.
Questions that I wouldn't be able to answer, I wouldn't answer.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, okay, all right.
You don't answer no questions.
Now, look, he says a whole bunch of things in this, and a large portion of it, which I'm not really going to focus on, even though it is kind of funny. He flirts with the lady cop in this, right? The female detective. He's flirting with her a whole bunch throughout the interview. It is kind of funny.
Nah, because he's a big dummy. Why the fuck you think she in there, nigga? Because they know he's a misguided little horny freak, nigga. Why the fuck you think she in there, nigga? They put some titties and some thick thighs in front of his ass. He thought he was a player of Mac. Hell, he gonna finesse her. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get her to take the recording and throw the recording away. Yeah, boy, please. She got you in here feeling way too player, way too easy. You think everything going your way.
Now, a lot of people have commented and said Young Thug didn't really give them anything. But as you saw at the start of this, I mean, he said that, Jimmy Winfrey used to carry Lil Wayne's drugs and that he breaks the law every day. We already saw that, right? So you guys just tell me is this talking too much? Should he have really even let it get to this point? Should he have asked for his attorney immediately? I honestly don't know, right? I need you guys to break that down for me in the comments, okay? But he explains it, okay? He flirts with the lady cop. She says he looks better in person than in his mugshot, and then he basically just goes on to explain where he grew up, where he went to school, his career, etc.
Yes, you have been a perfect gentleman. Well, you have.
How many you said it to?
I said it to you.
Lives in ATL.
Don't make me help you with this. You was on TMZ, by the way.
You all over the news already, man.
But I'm telling you, you look a hell of a lot better in those pictures than you do in that picture on AJC.com. You truly do. You do. I mean,
These cops are professionals, man. These cops are professionals. For people saying that he was trying to riz her up, she's trying to riz him up. I don't know whether that's the secret. Young Thug is apparently a ladies' man. And perhaps it was that conversation, it was this rizzing that she put on him that made him want to lock in and talk for so long.
totally. So I know that you are capable of taking good pictures. Don't let them do you like that again.
Hey, when they do your photo in here, you better make sure you look straight in here.
They don't have
So he goes on to say where he grew up, about his label deal, him getting signed. But about 17 minutes into the interview, Young Thug gets hungry. He says he hasn't eaten since 6 o'clock. Saying, you got any food around here? Got a little sandwich for me.
Yeah, it depends. So it's just something that I wouldn't have did. It's something I would have second guessed. Something I would have thought of.
Man, that's a no. You ain't supposed to be asking people for no food, no cigarettes. What are you get? I mean, you getting comfortable. You trying to relax. They got a lot to say to one. Man, that's ridiculous. But it's high and by. Get up. What are you doing? Everything people say, I don't even know nothing about nothing y'all talking about. That's all. I can't even help you because I don't know nothing. I'm too busy. But no, he wants something to eat. Sure.
A million times before I did it.
I got you.
Shit crazy, man. I'm still mad at Gucci about that.
Wait, is he still in prison?
What's he in prison for?
Gucci man. He hit somebody with a bottle, an old army man.
So he just said Gucci Mane hit somebody with a bottle. He hit an old army man with a bottle.
Gucci say he didn't do that. What the fuck, you boy? You snitched on Gucci. Gucci said it wasn't him. Gucci said that ain't him. You cooperating all kind of kill that guy. Gucci, okay, Gucci, you getting denied. We got Thugger saying you absolutely was the one could hit that man with a deadly weapon.
Okay, that's a public case, but
hell
still,
no, nigga.
It's just a strange conversation to be having.
What? He ain't supposed to be talking to police about no violence committed about Gucci Mane. I thought you don't know nothing. Oh yeah, Gucci Mane did it. Like, oh, bro, this is crazy. This got to be. Is this real?
All right, my bad. So it came later, but this is the part where he talks about wanting a sandwich, right?
Damn. You know they have that one. You know they haven't since 6 o'clock, and I haven't ate.
You want some food?
You want some food?
They still ain't giving
Do
me.
you want some food? Okay, we'll eat some food.
I told them I got in. I was like, can you have me some?
That's jacked up, man.
I wish you would have told me when we were at your house.
So they arrange for some food. A sandwich eventually turns up, but in between that, he starts talking about Pee Wee Roscoe. Okay, he says that he listened to the situation. Okay, and he basically says that Lil Wayne just did an interview dissing him right before this interrogation, basically. Right? This is interesting.
I like
Oh,
it.
you said you listened to it?
Yeah, I like it. I'm for. I mean,
after the Roscoe case,
yeah,
let me just listen.
Yeah. No, I bought it on iTunes.
And the weird thing is, I really look up to him. I really look up.
What the hell is the deal with that, man?
With me and Wayne?
Yeah.
He did an interview like 4 days ago. He was
I haven't seen it.
He was like, I've been hearing in the streets that this guy is a real fan. He was still being kind of funny with it. He was like, I don't know what kind of fan he is, but I feel like now that I've paid attention that he's a fan, and I'm sorry for everything that I ever said, and I love him for being a fan, and I hope that his career goes to the sky, and I would like to work with him. I'm like, first I was mad, like, he's lame as fuck. And I was like, he finally just admitted it. Because we never had a problem.
Yeah.
So he's referring to this interview, right, where Lil Wayne basically, and this is after the shooting, Lil Wayne said, yeah, Young Thug, he's a fan. I kind of see where he's coming from. I guess he's just a fan of me, but it's kind of low-key a sneak diss of like, yeah, you a fan, rather than a realized. Okay. And now at this stage in 2025, Young Thug is established as his own artist. But at the time, people looking at him like a Wayne clone, obviously, tour buses are getting shot up and things like that. But essentially, this is the interview that he's referring to, and he's letting the detectives know, yeah, this is being talked about. He mentions Jimmy Winfrey at the start when he starts talking about it, and he says, yeah, Wayne just mentioned me in the interview.
Let's not say artist, because I don't want nobody to think I don't got no problem with any artist out there. You just mean
I'm talking about Young Thug and you.
I mean, Slam came out and straight said that I'm naming my album such and such because of props and because I'm such a fan, and that's a total different approach.
Okay.
So I had to be just a monster for me to be like, I don't believe you. So if he says from the heart and he say that he's some kind of fan, then welcome, and I love him. Hell, thanks, bro. I appreciate everything about it if he's a fan.
So he's saying, thanks, bro, if you're a fan. Thanks, bro. And this is after all of that went down. Okay, this is after the shooting went down. It's low-key, a bit of a sneak diss. And Young Thug initially says, yeah, I kind of thought it was lame, but then maybe he's covering his back, but he's saying, no, I finally accepted it. He's finally accepted that he's a fan, and we never really had a problem. And I looked up to Wayne my whole life. And he even says, which I thought was really interesting, he said he grew up copying everything Lil Wayne did. He said he wanted to rap like Wayne. He said that he got tattoos because of Lil Wayne.
Before I even got big rapping?
Yeah.
My whole life, I always wanted to rap. Like the other guys, they was in here, they was like, why you got tattoos? I'm like, I ain't got tattoos. I really wanted to be like this nigga so fucking bad. Like everything he did, I did. Everything. He sad, I sad. He put his pants up, I put him up. He skate, I skate.
Lives in ATL.
Everything he ever in his life did, I did. I really want to be like in real life. Really did. I really look up to him. I still do. I listen to him music. I still upload him on my page. Like,
So he's saying, I really look up to Lil Wayne. I still do. I'm trying to be everything. I wanted to be everything Wayne was in my life. Okay. And then that diatribe is interrupted by the detective bringing in his bologna sandwich. You can't make this stuff up, man.
Oh, shit. That's a bologna sandwich.
You in jail down there. I don't think they gonna take candidates there.
So they bring him his bologna sandwich. Okay, they bring him his bologna sandwich, and he keeps discussing things with them. Okay, they go back and forth. They say some stuff that's not really relevant, but he eventually gets straight up. Okay, the detectives have buttered him up enough. They've given him his bologna sandwich. It's time to start singing, man. So they just ask him straight up, hey, explain to us what this whole beef between Lil Wayne and Birdman is all about. We're trying to know whether it was you or Birdman that arranged that shooting. Like, can you break it down for us?
Please explain to me, what's the whole beef between Lil Wayne and like Birdman? Why is he trying to sue him and all that? What's the deal with that?
Hip hop lives in
Well,
ATL.
I'm not Birdman and Wayne. Well, I mentioned Birdman just like Wayne do.
Yeah.
He's like big homie to both of us. So, I really look up to Wayne. If I had a chance to be with Wayne and Bird, I'd be with Wayne before Bird. I don't really care about him that much. I really care about Wayne more than him then.
So he said initially he grew up idolizing Lil Wayne, and he really wanted to basically use Birdman to get around Lil Wayne. He said, if I had to choose between Wayne and Birdman, I'd say F Birdman. I'm trying to be around Wayne. All right.
I always was like, every time I was around him, I always used to be like, why Wayne? Cause Birdman has a studio.
Okay.
This Bird room, this my room, this Wayne room. So I always asked him. He always brushed me off though. I always be like, I be like, tell bro, come, you know what I'm saying? I be like, tell bro, come fuck with me. Come make something, make a song with me.
So he's saying he used to tell Birdman they would be in the same studio together. Birdman had a studio, and Wayne would be recording in one room. Thug would be recording in the other room. And Wayne would just brush him off. Wayne wasn't trying to hang out with the Lil Wayne clone, all right? And he would say to Birdman, like, hey, why ain't Birdman, why ain't Wayne messing with me? Like, why doesn't Wayne like me? Why doesn't Wayne come rock with me? All right? And then he would later find out they fell out.
And he always used to be like, I just text him, he about to come. But he, you know what I'm saying? So I started getting it like, him and Bird, they fell out. Then I was like, what the hell going on with you and Wayne? Tell me. He was like, he mad because him, because I don't want to put his album out.
So he would say that, and bear in mind, he's telling this to detectives. He's letting detectives know all this inside stuff. And I've seen comments basically saying this is the best interview Young Thug's ever done. Because you done.
He corroborating information he wasn't supposed to be talking about. He's talking about the real reasons that beef got to brewing and why shots got fired. Something he supposed to be saying, the media overblown. This wasn't that serious and stuff like that. And he's not. He's doing the opposite.
Don't see him do interviews. You see him with that weird interview that he did with a mask, and he refuses to talk about anything. Put a bologna sandwich in front of him, and you get there's a full-blown Vlad TV breaking down all of the insides and outsides history. Okay, and he's basically saying that he found out that Birdman was having some troubles with Lil Wayne because he didn't want to put his album out, and he basically goes on to say that he feels like he was kind of double-crossed by Birdman, and Birdman wasn't giving him the whole story. He explains that Birdman said to him that he was mad because Wayne didn't want to give him a single to get the buzz to drop the album.
He was like, man, the nigga want me to put the damn album out, but I know if I put the album out,
Hip Hop lives in ATL.
Do what it's supposed to do because he ain't got no buzz. When you drop an album, you got to have a single. That single got to go worldwide. Then they got to drop another single. That shit got to go worldwide.
Yeah.
Then you got to drop your album. You got to be steaming to you.
Yeah, just to
So he's basically saying the way that Birdman put it to him is that that Lil Wayne wanted to drop his Carter 5 album without a single. He just wanted to drop it. And Birdman is saying to Young Thug behind the scenes, I just am telling him not to drop the album because we need a single. We need to get him hot before we drop the album. That's the way that Birdman's portraying it. Okay. And Young Thug basically says that he was kind of nervous to ask Birdman about what was going on behind the scenes.
So why is he?
So I just asked him because I was always really kind of nervous to ask him. I'm going to ask him because he's still a grown fucking man. So I'm going to ever just like, hey, what's wrong with you and Wayne? So I just eased him in like, what's up, Wayne? And he like me? He like, yeah, he fuck with your music. So I ain't never believe it because he never like did the song me. I came in the studio one time. He was like, yeah, like he ain't see me. I'm like, but the whole time I ain't thinking me. I'm thinking Bird. I'm like, well, nigga, not like Bird. He don't like him.
So he's saying that he's letting the detectives know he was seeing Wayne and Birdman, their relationship was fracturing, and he begun to realize maybe the reason that Wayne's not rocking with me and not dapping me up is because actually he's having these issues with Birdman. Okay, and he was nervous to ask, but he found out, we worked out what was going on, and he realized that really the issue was with Birdman. He goes on to say that he'd been around Thug a bunch of times, and he'd been around Wayne a bunch of times, and Wayne wouldn't always dap him up, but then he realized that he wasn't dapping up Birdman, and then he kind of realized there was a problem.
Club before Wayne would come in the club, I seen him like a million times. He only dapped me up 2 times though. One time we was in the club, he came in the club, he dapped me up, and he didn't dap up Birdman.
Was the club in Atlanta?
So he's saying he kind of realized that something fishy was going on when Young Thug started getting daps, and Birdman didn't. And Thug says that he actually asked Birdman what was up with Wayne.
We identical. So I was like, Bird, why the hell you don't? I said, what's wrong with Wayne? I said, why the hell you be acting like that? I fuck with him though. Because we'll be in the yo and I'll be like, let go fuck Wayne. I tell Bird, let go to Wayne little studio. Let go to his little shit. Because all of them in one building.
So he's saying they're all in the same building, and he would say, "Yo, let's go rock with Wayne. Like, what's going on in Wayne's studio?" And you know, he wasn't necessarily well received. And the way he put it, which was kind of crazy, is he kind of said they were doing little girl stuff to each other. But he kind of elaborated elsewhere in this interview, and he basically said that he felt like Lil Wayne, because this father and son relationship between Birdman and Lil Wayne was such a big thing, he felt like Lil Wayne was acting like a spoiled kid, not getting what he wanted.
Like, I'm ready to go whatever, but we'll never go, you know. And then I started figuring like, and Wayne, you know, cause they really like father and son. So they're gonna be doing like little girl shit to each other. So him and Wayne, I figured, I'm like, yeah. Cause I did it a couple times, even when we back.
So he said he figured that there was something kind of familial going on between them. And he says a bunch of times in this that, you know, he felt like that, you know, Wayne was acting like a spoiled child, right? And basically, he says that it worked out. He eventually realized, okay, that the feud wasn't about Birdman wanting to hold on to the album until these singles had gotten hot. It actually turned out that Birdman hadn't been paying Wayne for money that he was owed out of his contracts, right? And he said that he worked out that that's why Wayne was mad at Birdman, not the reasons that Birdman was telling him. And he's telling all this to detectives, right? There's secret behind the scenes business info, okay? And he said that he realized what was going on, and then he said he was actually glad that he didn't sign with Birdman. As you saw in my little mini documentary earlier, okay, Young Thug, there was rumored to be signing with Birdman, but he didn't end up doing it. He ended up rocking with 300. And he's saying he was so relieved and he was so glad that he didn't do that. And he even gets the cops cracking up laughing about this.
The damn album out, he don't even got the single. He said, this crazy ass nigga, he want me to put the damn album out. He don't even got the single out. If I put the album out, he ain't gonna do that shit. I ain't gonna make him look crazy. Gonna make him look bad. I can't put it out. So that's what I was like. I was like, oh man, Wayne, the album be out. But deep down, it ain't about the album. Birdman ain't paid him for some shit. I said, motherfucker, yeah, I'm glad I ain't signed with him. I would have been the same way like Wayne, showing I got my money. Trying to sue his motherfucker, cause I always had in my mind, Wayne mad about his album not coming out. And then Wayne never said to the world, Birdman never paid me. The whole time they had problems, he always said, free to Carter 5.
So he said that Lil Wayne was running around saying free Carter 5. And he thought, based on what Birdman had told him, that Wayne was mad that Birdman was trying to get this single, but come to find out the reality behind the situation was Wayne hadn't been paid the money he was owed, and he ended up suing, and Young Thug was relieved that he didn't sign with Birdman. So he found out the real reason, he understood, and he says that Birdman told him the business behind it, and Young Thug says to the detectives that when he found this out, he actually cut Birdman off and he stopped messing with Birdman.
So he just tell me the business like, I gave Wayne $70 million. Every album, that shit's so fucking crazy. And then now I really cut Bird off, like I don't deal with him. I ain't talk. I got 10 messages in my phone. That nigga been texting me like 4 months straight. I don't even tell him since I came to him.
So he said he got 10 messages on his phone from Birdman that he's not responded to. He's ignoring Birdman, and he says that Birdman lied to him and said he gave Wayne $70 million and that was apparently cap. Okay, it's crazy. He goes on to tell the detectives that Birdman was using everybody.
It sounds like he just using y'all.
Man, I was so close to signing. I was so close to signing with him.
But how could you sign with him if he was Gucci though?
So he basically goes on to say that Birdman was going to give Gucci Mane $2 million to get Thug out of his contract. Another interesting thing that came out of this is Thug actually says that he tried to give the song Lifestyle, which was this monster hit that Birdman ended up rocking with him on Rich Homie.
Oh, yeah. Do you think this is the first time talking to the police? Way too comfortable talking to them about bit. Why you only talking to your mama? Why you talking about contract disputes and all that type of shit for? What business of the police is it contract disputes? Why are you talking to them about that type of shit? But what you're talking to them about, that's why they're peeling them like a banana, is vital to the shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus. This is not a frivolous conversation. And Young Thug is a dirty, low down, disgusting rat. You're hooking Birdman up. And Pee Wee. And removing yourself. That's why the police, they loving this. This is real vital. Because they wanted to say Birdman paid Pee Wee. And Birdman on the phone saying, come get your money when you get out. And Thug is making sure they understand it's Birdman who had the reason. And you hear him, he keeps saying, I had no problem with Wayne. Wayne was my friend. And I'm mad at Birdman. I'm like, man, you messing over us. He's using us. So who do you think Young Thug is trying to tell these people pay for that hit? Who had the problem with Wayne? This is disgusting what this snitch ass nigga is doing.
And that was a massive hit. Thug says that he initially tried to give that to Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne rejected the song, and apparently this pissed off Birdman. And then after it became a hit, that caused all types of tension.
Wayne always had that Wayne just tripping about his fucking album. So guess how lame I am? I'll be like in the studio. I have a song like Lifestyle. I try to get that song to Wayne just to hype him up so his album can be good. I try to give him that song, but he don't like people to write for him. He writes his own music.
That was one of your biggest songs, too, wasn't it?
Biggest song in the world. Number one. Got platinum, gold, platinum.
We used to ride the bike to that song.
Birdman song.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
That thing was gold and
He
platinum.
loved it.
I tried to give it to him. He rejected it. That what made Bird kind of mad.
Rich Homie Quan said they made no money off Lifestyle. Well, see, that nigga that bragging about Birdman pockets. Yeah, you wrote it. Birdman finessed you and said y'all was Rich Gang. He owned Rich Gang. That was another finesse to keep. And that's what Wayne was really pissed off. That's why Wayne refused. See, this nigga here really telling the truth. Wayne refused to lend you and Bird any of his sauce, nigga. Because he had already seen what Birdman leech ass would do. One group to the next. Making him do like father, like son, all these type of groups. Birdman, why? So he can double dip into the get a cut as the CEO, get a cut as the artist, get a cut as the producer. That's what Birdman was doing, man. And he came up with that Rich Gang thing. That's one of the biggest finesses of all times. Why? Because he ain't pay these niggas shit. The Rich Homie said that. He gave these niggas no money. Fuck no. He told you, I'm giving you shine. I'm giving you some limelight. You ain't getting no money. Rich Gang belong to Birdman. He is Rich Gang.
So he just pushed it. He like, fuck it, let's just push it. That's it.
So he's saying that because of this feud that was going on and Lil Wayne rejected the song Lifestyle that was going to be a hit single, that could have been the hit single that fired up the Carter 5. And Wayne said, no, I don't want that. So Wayne's kind of going against Birdman's fake narrative to say, oh, he just needs a single. I need him to put out a single. He's turning down Lifestyle. And so Thug's basically saying Birdman pushed Lifestyle extra hard to get at Wayne because this was a song that he was supposed to be on and rejected. And Thug says something else interesting is that he basically says that Wayne eventually started openly dissing Birdman for owing him.
Birdman did not push Lifestyle extra hard to get at Wayne. That was another finesse. He finessing Young Thug mind. Birdman pushed Lifestyle extra hard because he was Rich Gang nigga and he was coming up. That was a major hit. He was back. He was rubbing his hands. He couldn't believe you dumbass niggas had wrote him a hit like that and gave it to him. And you ain't getting no publishing, no nothing for it. And you talking about I was gonna give it to Wayne. Are you crazy? Birdman told you Wayne didn't want that. Wayne probably right now like, damn, why I didn't know you was gonna get some nigga. Birdman wouldn't let you get up to nobody but him, nigga. Shooting that Wayne, nigga. You should have turned that gun on Birdman, motherfucking ass. He wasn't fucked over you.
Him money, as we saw on some of those little moments on stage in my little mini video. And he said a weird, interesting comment that the detectives kind of picked up on. He says, yeah, Wayne is willing to go out like Tony Montana. That's a strange thing to say about a dude whose tour bus is getting shot up.
That nigga was crazy. So come to find out, him and Birdman got problems because he old. Because on the mixtape that he dropped before the album, he said on one of the songs, he was like, I don't want no problems. I just want my money.
You on ecstasy.
Birdman is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if that nigga coming for me, I'm going out like Tony. He said those exact words.
Who is Tony?
Tony Montana, Scarface. I know Scarface. See,
he's like Birdman is an army.
Okay.
Now, so look, this the same nigga was complaining in court about the judge. This nigga's a hypocrite. This the same nigga complaining about the courts trying to use your lyrics against you. Oh man, bro, I'm doing a whole fucking video about this shit. Your ass, I'm doing a whole video just about that, bro. Cause I gotta point that out. This nigga, I don't want to hear this nigga complain about nobody using lyrics against nobody in court. When you in the fucking interrogation room using Wayne lyrics against him. Man, Wayne said in the song that if you play with him, he going out like Tommy, like Tony. They say, and the lady, Tony, who's Tony? Tony Montana. You know, I'll take all of your bullets. Oh man, this dude crazy. That's just a fucking lyrics, nigga. That's just a song. What, bro? Come on, man. This nigga, nah, bro. This nigga Young Thug grown motherfucker with this bullshit, bro. This is disgusting. You going to alter that nigga raps trying to make him look, man, you gotta watch it with Wayne, man. I knew this. This nigga told the police, this is crazy. I knew the beef between them was real. And he said that if they play with him, he going out like Tony. And lady say, who's Tony? Man, Tony Montana. You seen the movie Scarface? Come on, lady. Boy, that nigga gotta be on some tabs or something, boy, talking like this. Shit.
It sounds a little bit like he's inferring that Birdman did the shooting because he's saying, I'm willing to go out like Tony. He's saying, you see how Birdman is an army? I'm going to play that one again. Just so that you understand that he said these, because Thug is saying he said these exact words.
But this nigga did a
interrogation. I'm a one. I don't want no problems. I just want my money. Birdman is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if that nigga coming for me, I'm going out like Tony. He said those exact words.
Who is Tony?
Tony Montana. Scarface. I know Scarface. See.
He's like, Birdman is an army.
Okay.
He said Cash Money is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if them niggas coming for me, I'm going out like Tony.
Gotcha. Scarface, the last scene in Scarface. Yeah.
But he also said, I don't want no problems. He said, I don't want no problems. I just want my money.
So he's talking about Lil Wayne being owed money by Birdman, and he goes on to say, and look, this is public knowledge, so you can't really say this is telling, but he lets the detectives know the extra context, all this going on. He says that Wayne tried to sue Birdman for 30 million. I heard the number of 51 million, but the lawsuit ended up getting stopped and they worked it out.
He just went on and said he tried to sue him. He tried to sue him for $30 million. He tried to sue Birdman for $30 million.
What happened with that?
They thought the shit right. They stopped it. I think they had to go to a bigger court for it. They stopped it.
So he would basically go on to be asked a bunch of other things. Now, these are things that are kind of hilarious when we look back on it with the Young Thug trial, with the RICO case that happened, because you remember when Young Thug was trying to say, what does thug mean? You say you're a thug. And he was saying, thug stands for truly humble under God. Well, even back then, these detectives, they might be playing dumb, but they're actually very smart, and they're playing a very, very smart game here. They start asking him, what's YSL? Like, what's this YSL thing, right? And they saying, like, he starts laughing, and like, low key, they're playing dumb, but they know what's going on. They're trying to say, yeah, what's this YSL thing all about? What is this YSL thing? They're trying to get him. They're trying to catch him out on the gang thing. But to be fair, he's smart. I mean, he shouldn't really be talking at all, right? He should have asked for his lawyer at the start. But you tell me. But he dodges and he bobs and weaves on these questions. Okay, he's got a lot of things to say about Birdman, but he doesn't really have much to say when it comes to what does YSL mean.
So what's the deal with the YSL, the stoner?
Young Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that. I'm saying that's your company, though. You got the shirts and stuff. That's what.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing at me, man? I don't know this stuff. I'm trying to learn.
Because you know it, but you saying the answer. You say, what's up with this stoner? Like, what you mean what's up with the stoner?
Because we don't know.
Yeah, but he's saying the answers, but he ain't paying attention.
No.
Because he said, what's up with stoner like? And he's like, and I'm like, what? What about stoner like? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
It's a stoner like.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's clothing for just smokers?
Yeah, no, it's like, it's young stoner life, young successful living. I do like giveaways, like.
So he bobs and weaves that question. He says, young stoner life, young successful living. Like, he's laughing. He's like, hey, you know what you're asking me. He's saying, you guys know what you're asking me. You're asking me a question, but you already know the answer. Okay. So he moves on from that. And eventually the conversation comes back around to Birdman. And Thug says outright, he knows that they came to
him. Get back to Birdman. Hey, no. But Birdman, though, he really don't like Wayne. Enough for me. Let's get back to Birdman and Wayne.
Ask about Birdman and Pee Wee Roscoe. And he says he'll be honest if they ask him any questions about it.
But you said you came to talk about Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the whole background between Roscoe and Lil Wayne and all that.
You want me to tell you the honest? This is honest God truth. Man to man.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker is, these niggas, they're like brothers more than Birdman Wayne.
They're doing what now, brother?
I said them niggas was damn near more brothers than Bird and Wayne.
Oh, right.
So he's saying Pee Wee, Roscoe, and Lil Wayne were more like brothers than Birdman and Wayne were like father and son. And this is where he says that clip that I played you at the start of the video, where he says Roscoe was carrying Wayne's drugs. That's illegal. You tell me.
Roscoe and Lil Wayne were more
than they used to bring Wayne his drugs. Like, trust them. I don't know what the fuck happened with them fools. Cause the night with the shit when Lil Wayne too, was they got shot up on Expressway and shit.
Yeah, that's what happened in Cobb. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened in the club.
He's saying they used to be like brothers. So I don't know I don't know how it got to the point where the tour bus shooting happened. Okay.
I was in New Orleans.
The club was in Atlanta, but
yeah,
it
was Clark County.
Yeah.
Shooting or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Roscoe locked up for it. I had got some Stoner, free Roscoe Stoner shirts. Free Roscoe. He locked up for it. They said.
Now it's really interesting here because he says, yeah, he's trying to kind of changes the subject and says, I got some free Roscoe shirts made up. And the detective asks a really great question. He's like, oh, you mean like, you know, are those shirts, are those YSL shirts?
It's a free Roscoe shirts?
Yeah.
What you mean, like YSL? Like that company make them?
A t-shirt.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying, but
yeah.
Thug on the ropes here. They like, oh, what, like that company YSL, that company made them free Roscoe shirts? Y'all in the same company, right?
You're making the free Roscoe shirts?
Yeah.
Oh, just let them out of jail?
To let them out?
Yeah, free Roscoe. Let them out of jail.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta forgive me, man. I'm a white dude, man. Oh man, how old do you think I am?
So the cop playing super dumb, all right, but he really knows what's going on behind these scenes. Okay. And Thug says something super interesting in a minute because he kind of says he says something like, I don't want to block the case. It's kind of interesting. Like he's just got very interesting phrasing on the next few things that he says. It was quite a strange way to put it, to be honest with you. We're going to get to that in a minute. Okay, we're going to get to that in a minute. But like the next couple things, this is kind of the juiciest part of the whole thing, if I'm honest with you. And he points out, he says it's crazy that Lil Wayne's from New Orleans, but he got shot in Atlanta.
Man, well, last month, and he started making fun of my hairline, man. That's sensitive for me, my hairline, man. I'm for real.
But yeah, but what was so crazy was this motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking, man, I shot at this nigga tour bus. I don't know.
Let's rewind that. Let's just rewind that real quick.
I don't know who the fuck. This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking, man, I shot at this nigga tour bus. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe was.
I'm pretty sure he said he shot at the tour bus, and then he said, I don't know who did it. I don't know. I mean, I could be mishearing this. Apologies if I'm mishearing this, but you tell me what you heard.
This nigga was in Atlanta, and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking, man, I shot at this nigga tour bus. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe was. I ain't finna. What the fuck is this, man?
That's mayonnaise.
So he's still building the sandwich. The bologna sandwich is doing its thing while this is all going on, whilst he's saying these pretty insane statements. And the next thing he says after he gets distracted by the mayonnaise, and as much as these cops and these detectives are doing their thing, I swear the whole sandwich management kind of gets in the way of the juicy stuff. Like you're getting it, bro damn near just told him exactly what you were looking for, and then you bring in the mayonnaise and derail the whole thing. But as he's about to say, he says, I don't want to block your case.
Oh, mayonnaise.
Hopefully mustard smell like honey.
Oh, I mean mustard. That's what I mean. I'm sorry. Mayonnaise.
I don't want to block. I don't want to block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
So now he's saying, I don't want to block your case by saying Roscoe didn't do it. Like, that's a weird thing to want to do, right? I don't know, man. You guys got to tell me, because I really don't know what I'm talking about. I don't think Gunner's a snitch, so I'm super confused. This could easily not be snitching. This could just be, just not trying to block their case by saying the person they're trying to finger for the crime didn't do it.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to block I don't want to like block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
This idiot did it. This idiot paying for it. If the idiot didn't do it, he gonna be fucking home.
Yeah.
But
He's saying this idiot paying for it. This idiot didn't do it. If this idiot didn't do it, then he's going to be home.
idiot paying for it by saying Roscoe didn't do that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
This idiot did it. This idiot paying for it. If the idiot didn't do it, he gonna be fucking home.
Yeah.
But just knowing Roscoe, man, that man fucking scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro. But I don't fucking know, because every day nigga broke fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly.
He said, he basically is saying, like, I asked him, you shot somebody? I don't know, because he breaks the law every day.
Basically telling him he did it. He the one did it. Because, hey, man, I can't take his word for nothing. He out here shooting at people every day.
He said, knowing Roscoe, and he says that man a scrub. I think he says a scrub or a scrug. But I guess he's just saying he's a mess. He breaks the law all the time, and he could be shooting at people. That's the way he seems to be saying it.
Knowing Roscoe, man, that man fucking scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro. But I don't fucking know, because every day nigga broke fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know. When that nigga 2 got shot at, I was in New Orleans.
Yeah. What
man? They were gooming me and shit. I'm like, fuck, that nigga really got the world like we beefing with each other.
He said, what he basically said is, he said he woke up to the news, all right, and he said he really got the world thinking we're beefing with each other. What he's kind of saying there is he's basically saying that shooting kind of made the beef real. And, you know, I don't know. I don't even want to put too much sauce on it, man. You just tell me what you think of what you're hearing, man. It's actually crazy. The cop would go on to ask the craziest question, the most obvious question. He says, okay, based on what you're saying, well, let's say hypothetically, why would he do it if he did do it?
So, I mean, hypothetically, why would Roscoe do that if he did it? Why would he do it? I mean, hypothetically, like.
You said why?
Yeah, like what's his beef with him? I mean, if they're boys, I mean, why? I mean, I just don't. It don't make sense to me. Like, I understand Birdman and Lil Wayne got beef over money, but what's Roscoe got to do with any of that shit? I don't know.
Damn sure this hell of a fucking question I never even thought of. It's so everything's moving so fast with that shit with Birdman and Wayne to the point where I ain't even never thought like, what the fuck is Roscoe doing? But I talked to Roscoe on the phone. Roscoe, I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on? You alright? He like, bro, I promise to God I ain't do nothing. I ain't shoot no motherfucking gun at nobody. I'm like, you sure, bro? He's like, I promise. I'm like, okay.
He said he called Roscoe and asked him if he shot anybody. And he said no. And he said, are you sure? And that's what he's telling detectives.
And then, you know, the internet was like, Roscoe shot at him because of Young Thug. So all the promoters, like, they stopped the shows and shit. I'm like, bro, folks stop my show. I have 6 kids. I feed my family.
So the detectives would go on to pry into this rumor, and I thought this was true, but apparently it's not, that Pee Wee Roscoe was actually Young Thug's road manager. Thug denies this, and he kind of puts smut on Roscoe and basically says, I would never trust somebody this tweaked out to manage my career. I mean, he called him, what was it, a scrub or a scrug? Said that he breaks the law every day and that he was carrying Lil Wayne's drugs. He said it.
Let me ask you this. So what is Roscoe your road manager? That's what the news is saying. He's your road manager. I mean, what's he do? What's his? I mean, seriously, that's what TMZ said. So what's his relationship?
That's what TMZ said.
Yeah. So what's the story? What's his real relationship with you?
Friend, partner, hey, when we see each other, we don't even hang. This nigga.
You had free Roscoe hat.
Yeah, free Roscoe had a shirt. I sold them on my website for like $35. People bought them too.
So he's just a friend to you?
Yeah, like
he's not your man.
Bro, my manager, who you talk to? She management, me, Gucci.
So he basically said, no, this ain't my manager. This is just a friend. This is just a homie who I pressed up free Roscoe shirts and sold them for $35 and hats, and people bought them too. He doesn't say where that money went. It's interesting, right? So the cops go on to ask him another federal question. I mean, look, people want to talk about Fed questions, Vlad being the police, Adams the police, or Trap Lil Ross, you a Fed breaking this stuff down. These are actual, they're not federal investigators. The Fed's in the colloquial term for police, right? But these are cops, detectives asking real questions, and they get into more stuff. This is the kind of thing he was getting asked in the YSL trial. They say, okay, what's a slime? Can you tell us what a slime is?
Let me ask you this: what does slime mean? Because you say it on the album, slime. What's that mean?
It's Young Stone of Life. It's slime is like it's something that I always liked when I was young. You know what slime really is? It's like slime.
Yeah, like Nickelodeon slime.
Yeah, but it's like I like slime, and my favorite color is green. So I always like since I was a little nigga, I always was like. Slime.
But I mean, you call people slime, so is that like your boy, your buddy?
It's like saying bro, like saying slime. I'd be like, hey, what's up, slime? But it's like saying, what's up, bro? How y'all always say bro, we say slime, but it means like bro. It don't mean that like no shit like whatever that like kill some motherfucker slime. It ain't no shit like that. It's like another word for bro.
You got to go to court. I mean, did they say they drive them to court, or they?
So he said, slime don't mean killing nobody. That just means my bro. That just means my homie. But bro, they're asking the sort of questions that like, it's hot for you, really. It's hot for you getting asked these things. He goes on to talk even more about Roscoe and Wayne's beef. He does deny Roscoe and Wayne having a direct beef. And, it's hard to imagine why you would have a beef when, as you claimed, he was carrying Lil Wayne's drugs. But he denies it. But he does say that they were in the club, and he does confirm that Roscoe was outside that club. And he says that he was detained by the cops.
So I'm still not getting that business. And saying
So
Roscoe ain't doing it.
So Roscoe and Wayne got beef?
Fuck no.
No.
Roscoe, man, this is what I heard. I heard when they was in the club, this nigga, when Roscoe was outside, the police had him detained outside of the
club?
You talking about in Atlanta? You talking about Atlanta?
Here. This happened here?
Yeah, it was here.
You talking about Compound?
Compound. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The club Wayne was at? When they said, this is what I heard in the streets. The police had Roscoe detained because I guess Wayne was there. Wayne was coming to do a show, and they was like, they don't want Roscoe to meet up. Roscoe is, I know Birdman, Roscoe know Birdman. Everybody, I brought Birdman to Atlanta. Birdman, everybody in Atlanta. Birdman is like cool in Atlanta. He's cool now. So everybody knows him. So they was at the door like anybody that know Birdman cannot come to this club. And Roscoe went to the club.
So he said that because Wayne was beefing with Birdman, he said anybody that's cool with Birdman cannot come into this club. And Roscoe still went to the club thinking he was still cool. Maybe he had a pack to deliver him since he was carrying his drugs, allegedly. He pulled up to the club, apparently ended up getting detained.
But Roscoe know the owner. Him and the owner got relationships. What the fuck the owner name? Damn, man, his name like Alex. He got the same name as my engineer. That's why I remember. His name Alex. He owned the club. They telling Roscoe like he couldn't come in. But Wayne walked past and he was like, what's up, Roscoe? But I don't know how true it was. I just heard it. You know, you hear a lot of shit in the street. You heard, they said Roscoe my manager. Roscoe my road manager. Roscoe my brother. My mama had no damn Roscoe.
So the cops they put the screws on Wayne right now, okay? And this part, I feel like this part kind of rattles him a little bit. They basically ask him, they say, yo, why would Roscoe say that you told him to shoot Lil Wayne? Why would that happen? And Young Thug does remain solid. He says, hell no, that would not happen. No way. But they say, well, how do you know?
Let me ask you this, because we gotta go. Why would Roscoe say you told him to do it, the shooting?
Roscoe ain't say the damn.
You sure? How do you know that?
You know.
Oh, let me, what he said?
You gonna take
I'm asking you, man.
So they drop that bombshell on him right at the end of the interview. There is another part. They do end up sitting down again, and a couple more things get discussed, but it's not quite as explosive as the initial interview. So in this interview, there's a little bit of flirting at the start. I'm not going to bother breaking that down because it's not that interesting. But once again, the cops kind of play dumb. And again, this harkens back to the YSL trial. They ask him about his lyrics, and they say, what inspires your lyrics? Are they real? Like, are the things you rap about, are they real things? Like, are they real things that really happen in real life that you be rapping about?
Is that like that's where you get your inspiration from? Like people?
I think 90% of rappers do that. People just don't understand. People don't tell. People can't tell.
Really?
You know they gonna over exaggerate. I killed a nigga, okay? Man, that is cap, but you know.
What's cap?
Right.
Cap is like a lie. Like cap is
an ATL.
like you cap.
So you're capping, you're lying.
Yeah, you're lying.
So he's explaining to them what capping is. He's explaining rappers be lying in their raps. They don't really be doing the stuff that they rap about. And then they hit him with the Uno reverse card and they say, oh, okay. Do you be capping in your raps?
Yeah.
So have you ever done that in a song before? Like, do you get shouts out in songs?
Yeah, I'm sorry, straight up.
Not me, I'm saying just period. Is that something that you do?
Everybody start out.
Okay.
Like, what you mean, like, what?
Like people that you done been with.
She's being slick. She's saying, oh, you know, you ever shout people out on songs, people you done dealt with? Is that cap? When you shout out these dudes?
Friends and stuff. Like
we shout out to Birdman. He shout out to Birdman.
Yeah, like you shout out to Birdman and all that kind of stuff.
Hip hop.
He said he does a bird. What's that bird noise for Birdman?
How you know it?
Cause I got your CD. See, I got your CD. Well, I wouldn't call it CD because that's old school. I got iTunes. It's on iTunes.
Yeah, you know what CD is, right?
So there's quite a lot of back and forth about them having a CD, and he kind of deflects and is like, oh, you really be locked in listening to my music. Okay. But basically they move on and they once again ask him, they're like, how do you come up with your raps? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you be capping in your raps? Like, how do you come up with that? Like, the things that you rap about, like, are they really things that be happening?
We're gonna get off that right now. I want to know how you come up with your stuff.
My raps?
Yes.
It's like, man, so man.
It's like real life stuff though.
It's like,
Hip hop lives in ATL.
For a minute, he's in rapper mode, thinking like, bro, I don't be capping in my raps. This shit all true. I'll be keeping it real. And then he's like, no, hell no. It's not real. It's all cap.
Real, like, y'all better not be recording and put that out. Because everybody is fooled by it. It's like rappers these days, back in the day when y'all was coming up, everything was original, like, what his name is? Damn, I just.
So he basically goes on to say, like, oh, he kind of screws up here because he basically says, oh, 50 Cent was like creative with his raps, but then he kind of realizes like, oh, 50 Cent's actually not a liar in his raps. He got shot 9 times, but then he says, no, 50 Cent fighting bankruptcy. He capped about being bankrupt, and he basically says elsewhere in the song, elsewhere in the interview, that you don't listen to 50 Cent. He kind of puts a bit of shade on 50 Cent.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, man.
He filed bankrupt.
That's what.
Yeah, he did. For what?
He said he ain't got no money.
Yeah, he ain't got no. It's your job.
But I don't pay attention to 50 Cent. Man, it's 50. We don't listen to 50 Cent. We listen to like Corn.
He's New York. Yeah,
he's saying we don't listen to 50 Cent in Atlanta, man. That's New York. But he kind of, I don't think 50 Cent be capping in his raps, to be honest. Okay, and they hit him with more of the kind of the Rico type questions. Okay, they asking him, okay, this a classic one. All right. How you come up with your name, Young Thug? You really be a thug out here? You young? You really a thug? You really a young thug, truly humble under God?
First time in history.
How you came up with your name, Young Thug?
That's what.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it towards, like, I was just thinking.
I'm not calling you a thug. I would say, how did you come up with your name, Young Thug? Like you called me sexy teeth this morning because you looked at my teeth and said they were pretty. That's how you came up with my name. So how did you get your name? That's what I'm asking.
And I've had this name for 5 trillion years, so I probably
some people call me that back.
I won't remember like
back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll remember what 50 years, but yeah, you like me, so you probably still remember 50 years now. Okay. Why your name pretty? Oh, Thug.
Thug. I'm gonna say
Young
Thug named me that.
So at the start of the interview, right, Thug calls her pretty teeth. Okay, he's flirting back. And he's saying, look, people just called me that name for trillions of years, okay, since the dawn of time, okay, and now they're going to be calling you pretty teeth. But they move on. They get back to asking him about the caps in his raps, okay. She says she hasn't seen the video for half time, but obviously that's a video. All right, that's video. It's got some gangster talk in it, okay. And he denies that the lyrics online are right. He says that it's not a real thing. And then he goes on to basically deny talking about his friends in the songs.
Your music and all of that. So, you keep talking about your song, gotta leave, and we get that. So, on your What song? I know I can say halftime.
Which one?
What song is halftime?
They got there's a music video to Constantly Hating.
Which one had the lyrics to it though?
Halftime.
Okay.
All of them got lyrics. You can type lyrics on some of the lyrics gonna be right there. I seen some lyrics the other day. I'm like, what? They be kind of close, but it's like, oh,
Like what?
like it'll be like, really, what is it to do? But they'll be like, really, who are you? I'll be like, oh, they kind of. I guess it's just.
You don't put the lyrics in the album, like in the.
So they go on a little side quest here, right? They're saying, oh, but she kind of playing dumb and bringing it back. She's like, what about your song Halftime? Like, what about the lyrics in that? And he's saying, oh, the lyrics online, they're not even right about this situation. And then they say, oh, don't you put the lyrics in like the album artwork, like in the little booklet? And he said, that was before Young Thug's time. I remember having the Marshall Mathers LP and it had all the lyrics on the inside of the on the sleeve of the album. Okay, Thug doesn't seem to be familiar with that, and they move on and they basically say, okay, you be talking about your friends in the song?
Hip hop lives in.
So do you ever talk about any of your friends in your song?
Talk about them. Of course not.
Okay, so you don't get a shout out to like Birdman or?
I shout out Birdman. I shout out a lot of people. I shouted out Lil Wayne before. Still, yeah. I could have been a little bit shouting out.
Okay.
I guess
Now, I personally think that they're actually trying to ask him about Lil Woody. He says in that song, Lil Woody pop up and pop at your noggin. All right. And the murder of Donovan Thomas Big Nut had happened in January 2015. So that would have only been about 6-7 months before this interview took place. But he's not buying saying, I don't shout nobody out. I'm surprised they don't ask him straight up, but I feel like they're not trying to mess up the rapport that they've got with him by saying, come on, man, what about Lil Woody? Like, you be shouting out Lil Woody in your songs? Like, you know what I'm saying? You be shouting out. So he touches on Birdman once again, and the topic of his Birdman using people comes up.
You think Bird is using people? I think Bird. That's what it sounds like to me. Bird is using people.
I like him so much. I still don't want to believe. I don't even talk to him no more. He still be texting me like, bro, I love you, Thug, nephew, every day, every single day for like the last 3 or 4 months. I ain't never texted back.
Hip hop lives in ATL.
I don't want to believe it so bad, but it's like, I ain't been with you forever. So we don't even say that, it got to be right. And he ain't just said like being mad. He's saying it like.
So he's basically saying, like, look, Birdman's still texting me all the time. The fact you're telling him this is crazy, but Birdman's texting me all the time. I ignore it. He's saying, I love you. He's saying, yo, like, shout out to you, man. Let's rekindle this relationship. And he's ignoring it. He's saying, bro, I don't want to believe it, but maybe Birdman is using me. That's the way that he kind of puts it. Okay. And so later on, this is where a very infamous clip of this interview that had circulated in the past, where they ask him if he's a blood, if they ask him if Wayne, Birdman, and Thug are all bloods. And he basically says, nah, it's all just entertainment. Everyone's a fake blood. But then again, he kind of ties himself up a little bit here, because you essentially it's like, you in the video is claiming blood, you in the video throwing up all the same hand signs, and they don't mention it, but you was in a video talking about Big Nuts, the biggest blood in America.
But see, I mean, forgive me for my ignorance, but all y'all are bloods, right? Like Lil Wayne, you, Amber Man, all y'all. So I mean, I just don't see why the beef makes sense though.
Blood?
Yeah, blood. That's y'all say it on the song.
That is entertaining, man.
Y'all say it on the songs.
They got a picture of Birdman on the internet. They got on crib and blood. They were like, oh my God.
So they said, aren't you all birds like this? Aren't you all bloods? Like, this beef kind of doesn't make no sense. They playing mad ignorant. Okay. And they said, aren't you all bloods? Like, why are you beefing if you're all bloods? And Thug said, man, that's just entertainment. That's entertainment.
No, because he's smartening up a little bit. He understanding. He been there over an hour. He understanding what's going on a little bit. And he understand he can't not be disagreeing with too much, but he already went too far.
Entertainment. Okay. They keep pressing it. They keep pressing the issue and asking, what's up with this? What's up with this blood business, man? And he says, oh, come on, man. Like, you know, Birdman got a picture where he's wearing blue. He a blood and he a Crip at the same time. Okay. And he basically says, I'm not a blood. That's not a real thing. And then they pull the switcheroo on him. They say, well, don't you worry if you're not really a blood. Like, you're out here claiming blood. Like, these detectives deal with real bloods all the time. Like, aren't you worried about repping as a legitimate gang and them coming and hurting you for that? It's a laughable question, but it's kind of a smart way to go.
You don't worry about repping a legitimate gang and them coming expecting things from you.
The gang?
Yes. If it's in your song, you just said you got it in your song. Why would you do that?
How can they reach me?
They come find you.
Right.
You ain't worried about they're not gonna like say that you're like faking it though? Or like Lil Wayne's faking it or Birdman's faking it? If
They said it. They be saying it. They said it. Like everybody. I told you they just had pictures of that nigga. He would. It just be like, that shit, it be real. Most of the time, your fans on that type of shit. That shit crazy. But lately, I just.
yeah, but I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube you throwing up gang signs though, man.
Oh.
You. Yeah, for real.
You. I've seen you throwing up. I've seen you, Sue Woo, throwing up gang signs on the internet, man.
You might got some of the signs so mixed, like a gang sign.
Yeah,
not gang bang.
Hip hop.
I'm not saying you're banging. I'm just saying.
The guys that came here earlier, that's the same thing. Read y'all tattoo. What did you say?
Well, see, those guys are like gang detectives. I'm not a gang detective.
It says R.I.P. Mario. R.I.P. Cole. Mario says R.I.P.
So he's basically saying, "Oh, the names that I've got tattooed on me, they're not gang tattoos. It ain't nothing like that." And then they hit him again. They say, well, "Okay, you hang out with any gang members?"
I think it's true. I would snap some shit all day.
So you don't hang out with any gang members, nothing like that, man? I'm not asking you to get you in trouble. Like I said, I ain't investigating you, man, but I'm just saying.
Like everybody was at my house today.
Yeah.
One of them, his name is Duke. He a rap. He on the new music video I put out with the bobbleheads and all that other shit. I signed him. I gave him a bonus to be all right.
Is he in a gang?
He a gang?
Is he in a gang?
No.
That's what I was asking. Oh.
You got the big one. His name is 50. He's like home. He's like he's from Joner's house, so he like kind of like raised. So he just be like on some big brother shit, like just make sure you're good everywhere you go. So yeah, I must be with you.
So he's saying, look, the friends you locked me up with, they're not gang members. We ain't in no gang. They ain't no gang. So from there, they do a whole bunch of random music talks. It's not really relevant. But what ends up happening at a certain point is that they basically get back a little bit more specific. And they ask him, okay, well, what about when Wayne was doing a show in Atlanta and he got booed? And then you said that you was doing a show in Holly Grove in Wayne's Hood, and you said you were pulling up with the dicks. What are those dicks all about? And then he claps back with his classic lyric again. He kind of muddying the waters because we know what type of dicks he's talking about. He swerves it and he says, no, I'm talking about marijuana. I'm talking about we smoke big blunts that are so big they look like penises. That's what he says. He's trying to redirect this.
The deeper you get into the music, that's what you learn. Because I never knew that.
Well, what about the whole Holly Grove thing? Because you had an Instagram thing that said, talking about Holly Grove. Like, I'm coming to Holly Grove, meet you with the dicks. Yeah, what does that mean?
It's like
a joint is a dick? Like weed?
Hey, man, don't say it like that.
I don't know.
He said, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the lyric was no homo. We smoke dicks, meaning the blunts that we smoke are big. The blunts that we smoke are not regular size blunts. That's the meaning of it. But people take it as
okay.
People take it, but it's all. It's all just something to make you think of.
Well, what about?
It's for that. It's to make you be like, huh? So that lets me know that you're gonna listen. You're gonna leave and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Smoking a dick? Like, you gonna play that? Yeah. That play go to every million views, you get like 15, 20,000. So with that, pop, 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 it be the. You see what I'm saying?
So he's saying that he just said in a song that he smokes dicks and that was viral and that's how he makes his money because it's viral. He says this crazy stuff, people stream it and he makes money from it. But the cops press him even further. They say, look, what did you mean you said you were doing shows in Holly Grove? All right, you've explained the dicks. You said you was talking about doing a video in Wayne's Hood. And he says, no, I was just talking to the fans. But the cops say, no, I think you were talking to Wayne.
So I mean, like,
well, I mean, but what about when you're saying you're going to go to Holly Grove, meet me there? Yeah. What would you mean by that?
It means
he hit him with the Drewski, man. What do you mean by that?
I'm on the way to Holly Grove. I have a show. I think it rained. I don't really do drops. Like you go down my Instagram, you don't see me on my Instagram, like, cause I do shows 3-4 times a week.
So he says, no, it's because it was raining. I was letting my fans know that I'm definitely still coming to Holly Grove and I just so happen to have the dicks.
You don't really see me like, come here, I'm gonna be here, I don't do that on my show, I don't do that on my Instagram.
Yeah, but you're talking to Lil Wayne though.
I'm talking to him?
Yeah, you're talking to Lil Wayne. in that,
No,
who are you talking to?
college fans. It rained, so they called me like, you need to put it on your page or we ain't gonna have all the money to pay you. You know what I'm saying? And then just off of what everybody is thinking in the world, it's a mastermind, it's a master plan for me, you see what I'm saying? To say, yeah, I'm on the way to Holly Grove, meet me up. We smoking them dicks too. Because if I can make a detective think that I'm talking about money, I damn sure can make 5,000 little people in the world think I'm talking about money.
So he's saying it was a play. Shout out to Whack 100, man. He said, no, that was a play. The promoter told me I've got to make a video saying I'm still coming to Holly Grove, even though it's raining. And he said, I'm genius mastermind. If I can convince the detective that I'm talking about Wayne, and I can convince the whole world, I can convince 5,000 fans to show up to the show in the rain. And that's what he's saying, okay? And he later goes on to say they bring up the tour bus shooting again, and despite all the stuff that he said earlier, this time he says he never spoke to Wayne, and he was actually surprised to hear that the tour bus got shot up.
Came home. When I came home, Lil Wayne got shot at that night.
So he's talking about when he was on stage in Atlanta and he got booed, and Lil Wayne was doing his show that got shot up afterwards. He said he went home, Wayne got shot that night, and he saw it on the news.
I came home. It was on the news. Lil Wayne bus got shot up. Like, what the fuck?
Lives in ATL.
You talked to him since then, Lil Wayne? Besides, like,
I ain't never in my life talked to him.
You never talked to Lil Wayne?
Ever. Man,
He says he has never talked to Lil Wayne his entire life, even though he's saying Wayne dapped him up. Sometimes he didn't dap him up. Sometimes he dapped Birdman up. But he's saying, I never talked to Wayne in my entire life. I never talked to him after the shooting. Never had nothing to do with it. That's what he's saying. Okay, that's what he's saying. So look, they kind of recap. They go over a bunch of the same stuff. They basically recap the reason why Wayne and Birdman are beefing. And he said that he has issues with Birdman because Wayne wasn't upfront with him about Birdman wasn't upfront with Thug about the reasons for the beef. And the interview basically ends, but it ends on a pretty positive note. And the cops basically say, Thug, you did amazing in this interview. Okay, we'd love to speak to you again. Thug says he'll speak to them anytime. And they say, you want to take our card? And he says, nah, I don't want to have this card in case people get the wrong idea. Okay.
All right, man.
Mr. Williams, you did.
Whatever.
You were wonderful today.
All right, man.
Mr. Williams, you did.
Whatever.
You were wonderful today.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
promises. Make promises. Just we'll keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
What's your
I can't even get in touch
Yes,
with
you
you.
can.
I don't have your number.
Whenever you want to know anything, I tell you. What? What the fuck? That man just told the police, whenever you want to know anything, just tell me. Just tell me. Tell me what you want to know. And I'll tell you now. That's crazy.
So he's saying, look, promises matter, man. And I'm making you a promise that anything you want to know, okay, get in touch and I will tell you anything. And they say, well, you want to take our card? He says, hell no.
Do you want me to give you my card or you don't want my card? Because some people don't, and they're in jail, they don't want to have like the cop's card because they worry that, they're going to think I'm snitching or something. You don't care?
No,
You don't want it, okay. Well, because you ain't on the level with the other guy, so you could say, oh, fuck you, I ain't snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck you, right?
Yeah, I'm saying you on a different level. I'm saying you on a different level than the other people.
Most of the shit,
Now, I personally think that what comes in a minute, okay, is he kind of, I don't know, he kind of gets trolled by the cops because the cops are saying to him basically, you could jump on your song and say, hell no, I ain't snitching. Okay, you could say, hell no, I ain't snitching. I ain't with that. All right. If people see the card, they're going to think you're snitching.
Playing up to his face while they recorded him snitching and talking in this interrogation room and tell him, take this card. Oh, man, you just tell people you ain't snitching. But then y'all going to release the audio of him snitching. That's crazy.
We're not going to give you the card. You didn't have to sign the letter at the start. And he's saying, you can jump on the songs and lie. You can hide it in your songs. You can not let people know what's going on in this room. I don't know. It sounds like they were trolling him a little bit.
What you saying? To put in songs I already heard a million years ago, I already made it so long ago, but it'd be like real fans didn't know it. So you can't just like come out like, I got a question. I seen that in the movie 50 years ago. I rapped about that so long ago. I can't even think about that.
You lost me, man. You lost me.
You can rap about what then?
And I can rap. I can hide it to the point where you'll be lost, but your man will know.
You gonna answer the phone.
He's saying I could rap about it in a song and hide it so the whole world won't know or the whole world will know. And, you know, he didn't want to take that card because of the way it might look. He didn't want to sign the paperwork at the start. You tell me, man. You guys tell me. Is this telling? I think that it's just very interesting that this is circulating when Young Thug is so adamant of his hatred for Gunna for being a snitch. Sometimes people do things. Sometimes people are very passionate about things because they affect them. And sometimes things affect people on a deeper level than meets the eye. And sometimes people are overly hating on certain things because they don't want people to feel the opposite way about them. I really don't know. I feel like this was just a very interesting thing to be put out there. I actually didn't know this existed. Like when I made my video about the Jimmy Winfrey tour bus shooting situation, I didn't know this existed. I didn't know this existed when I made my videos defending Gunna. This only came across my desk recently because Seti Nash reposted.
Powers that be, they see his career failing. They're like, man, fuck it. We thought he was gonna get out, blow up, be a big star. We get to shake him down. Oh, he flopping. Oh man, go ahead and just kill his career right now. Let's move on to the next person.
It, and it kind of blew my mind. But admittedly, a lot of people have said, no, Young Thug is just weaving tales for them. He's sending them down dead ends and he's trying to confuse them. He's trying to put sauce on it and muddy the waters so that they can't get
exactly what the beef with Birdman and Lil Wayne was about. Intricate detail, money problems, albums. But he didn't tell a lot. His shit dumped it on Birdman, took the heat off himself. Told him his partner Pee Wee Roscoe commit crimes every motherfucking day. Why they're asking who could, man, bro? Come on, you gonna say hell no? Nah, that shit ain't true. Y'all gonna say, oh yeah, he man, really? I asked him did he do it, but this guy he commit crimes every day. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, let's look a little bit of the war that done popped off too. So that video started a big time war because Rollo been waiting ever since they ruined Rollo name for making it juicy for the police. Rollo, you made it juicy for the police. You mad at the fucking world. And Rollo, you still got that proffer sealed. Rollo still got that proffer sealed. And he made sure his lawyer got that proffer sealed. So now he antagonizing Young Thug, but Young Thug, Big Slime himself. He need to be careful because his ass can go back to prison if he try to be too tough. He don't want to be shamed by Rollo.
I try to free my mans. You try to fry yours at Rollo, fam. Go. Young Thug and Rollo is going after it, and I ain't gonna lie. There's nothing, and I mean nothing, that's going to top how low this is going to go because this is going to get pretty petty now, bro. And the DA's office got to be clapping their hands for this crap. But let's go. See, the difference between me and you is when your friend said you didn't lie, you actually told on real people. You said that somebody actually did something that they was arrested for. I made an honest mistake saying we sold Lil Wayne weed to try to prove to the detectives that we wasn't beefing with him. See the difference? And let's not forget, you told Fonny you would take the stand on me and Lucci in our case to get out of jail. I ain't never heard that before. I ain't gonna hold you. Because Rollo said this, well, B, I lied to the feds for real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you're gonna have to go through what me and Gunna went through, and we weighed on that gospel album too, twin. I supposed to spell it T-O-O-O. And if y'all want, we could go through this paperwork, but I'll put it at the end because that's really what y'all care about. But Thug has said this. This motion got filed because the detective lied. It said I made a mistake in back of a police car. Stupid. That never, ever happened. And then so, that got put out there. And what he highlighted was right here, right? It say Jeffrey Williams, and it says, however, same also places Mr. Williams' character in issue by being locked in a police car and having information on a murder case. You probably shouldn't have highlighted that part. Like, bro, you should have highlighted the top part right there where it literally says that Detective Quinn announcing his wrongful belief that he met Jeffrey Williams in the back of a police car concerning a murder case. That's what you should have highlighted, but somebody ain't helping you there. We go to Rollo stuff right here, and what he highlighted, I'm just going to read it now because y'all ain't really finna care about that stuff at the end. But what it says is, and this is page 1 of 2. This is the stuff that I had read as well, and I ain't going to lie. Ain't nothing wrong with paying somebody to take the rap. Anyways, it says reference is made form the information given by Davis to be deemed chicanery, DA, search of FBI database for both subject mentioned and above proffer remains unknown. Surveillance was established of information given to agents, both locations and both stash houses, drug houses was discovered abandoned. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of hard though. Yo, hey, look, hey, we already cleared this out, bro. Y'all remember that scene on The Departed where the detective coming in, he like, call your mother for supper. And then he hand the freaking phone to the dude, and he's like, Mo, I'm not coming home for supper. And then they burn the house down. That's what it sounded like freaking Rollo did. But anyways, then it says, grounds does not exist to grant Davis information to be truthful. I mean, if y'all can't accept that Rollo was lying, bro, and it's in paperwork that he was lying, then I don't know what more could convince y'all, because it says right here, specifically the information given did not help the United States to identify nor locate the individuals mentioned in the illegal narcotics trafficking described above. Then it says lacks credibility. Davis stated that his plug, aka drug supplier, was dead, which led him into trafficking marijuana. Davis refused to answer questions about April 17, 2018, after being found in the cargo bay of the airplane with the product marijuana on board. Davis refused to answer questions in the above interview on June 6, 2018, after presenting false information to the government. Rollo, I don't get why you didn't highlight that part too. Like, that's pretty freaking big right there. But it is what it is. And then S.A. McLeod and TFO Johnson escorted Davis to the building and spoke with him. S.A. McLeod identified who he was and TFO Johnson was. Davis stated that he had seen McLeod's name on something recently, but did not divulge the source of this. McLeod recorded the interview and a copy of the recording and placed basically Rollo into ATF vault evidence, or placed this stuff in the ATF evidence. But let's really break down what's going on. So I ain't gonna lie, you know who ends up looking bad? Lil Baby ends up looking bad because it looked like you can't stand on your own 2 feet. Now, am I saying that's true? Hell to the nah. There's some stuff that probably gonna hit the internet that's gonna say 2 people in particular ain't cool anymore anyway. So we'll wait on that one and then we'll get back to this video. But as far as Rollo goes and as far as Young Thug go, they've been not being cool for years. This ain't nothing new. Them niggas ain't never liked each other, bro. So there's that. But here's where stuff get real odd body. Rollo not wrong for defending himself. In his paperwork, nobody cares to read this part. But in his paperwork, it says he basically gave up some BS that wasn't true, that he lied. When is lying? Like, I got to understand this part. When is lying?
Sealed. He made a proffer. It's sealed. He has a sealed proffer. Come on, said, you know that. He has a something. Boy, Rollo sent you some money, said it. It's sealed. It's sealed. He had it sealed. You cannot see it. You cannot see it. It's sealed. You cannot look at it. What he told, the truth that he told them that got sealed is not part of what you're seeing, the bullshit you're seeing. The truth that's sealed by the government, you never get to see. And he know that. That's what people are
a problem.
They're telling him to show the proffer, unseal the proffer, and then tell the world you didn't snitch. Get your proffer unsealed.
Doug, you basically just said that you saved him and that you lied and all of this stuff and everything and eat that. And then you basically should have said that answer you said today, but I get it. When you caught up in the moment, Lord knows I know. When you caught up in the moment and you're trying to make it make sense to people, you probably should sit back and then come back and then basically make your answer. But Rollo got to get his lick back, bro, because y'all did that man wrong. Y'all did. Rollo ain't told on nobody. So when people are getting mad, I see it, but there's gonna be people on here that's gonna be like, well, Seti Nash, you cool with Rollo and all that and everything like that and all that. It wouldn't matter who I was cool with, bro. The paperwork is the paperwork. It is what it is. But I find it interesting that Thug responded to him out of all people. Because there's other people saying stuff he ain't respond to. Now, is Young Thug wrong? Hell nah. Nigga, defend your honor. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do as far as all this crap go and everything like that. But if I'm Young Thug, bro, listen, man, you trending way too much, bro. Only a couple of things is going to happen. And I pray to God you ain't dumb enough to do the first one. Show up to Atlanta and crash out and get your get your probation revoked. Show up to Atlanta and get your damn probation basically revoked. All this crashing out, all this stupid stuff that you're doing, bro, online, you might as well go through it with the whole entire thing. You might as well. you might as freaking well. Because if you don't, then what are we doing? Everybody battling with words. So I ain't gonna hold you. Leave that be. Leave that be. But I get it, right? Like sometimes people you don't like, when they say something, oh, nah. Hell to the, we ain't doing that one because nah. So I get everybody. I ain't gonna cap. I get Rollo's standpoint. I get Young Thug's standpoint. Who's wrong in this instance? Nobody. Then everybody. Nobody, then everybody. Because if y'all can't see how petty and how stupid this is exactly how they got into these situations in the first place. 1, being unaware. 2, saying stupid stuff. 3, being visible to the wrong individuals. That's all that always will be. And always all as has happened. So when we sit and we look at it and we go, oh, damn, bro. Popcorn. The DA up there writing. Oh, yeah. Screenshot. Because if anything happened to anybody and there's a text with anybody's name, you're all going down. If there's a text and something happens to somebody behind this shit, y'all all going down. All of y'all. You know who remains? The bloggers, the people who talk crap, the ones who decided to stay out and throw stones. And we seen YSL Mondo make a video and he pushing freaking forklifts. Congrats to that, bro. But if you was really part of the lifestyle of you want to work a 9 to 5, you don't jump back on the internet. Let me know if y'all want me to make a video on that one, because I got a whole lot to say, and it probably ain't gonna go the way that everybody wants to. Some people may be like, well, City Nash, you don't like Buddy and all this stuff and everything like that. It ain't got nothing to do about that. When you say you don't want to live a certain life, you had to live that life. But it is what it is, man. As far as Rollo and Young Thug go, they ain't gonna like each other and they don't like each other. And it didn't take this for it to be this. But whoo, boy, the streets of Atlanta, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. People are talking and only one person is in the A. One person had to get out the A. Young Thug. What you did and all this crap you did about Gunna, you might want to fix that bridge. Because like I said in another video, check the Reloaded channel. Just type in City Nash Reloaded. That's the only person who can save you right now. He's one. But y'all let him walk out the door. And I ain't gonna hold you. Whoever Gunna decides to rock with, if he decides to, then hell yeah. But y'all let me know your thoughts on that. If I should make a what should
He told on the phone. They took his glasses. Where they took from him? His glasses. They took Roscoe's glasses. And he told the police on them folks. And he a great street crip. He got in a fight with the Bloods. He didn't help them folks. He stayed behind the door. That what Roscoe did? Yeah, he said, I'm a devoted Christian. Tell? He said, I'm a devoted Christian. Roscoe, he was a devoted Christian. Did Roscoe say he was a devoted Christian? Yeah, he said. So he get online with all this. I always got another dude money in his hand. I always got another dude sticking in his mouth. All right, why these niggas get online and don't come outside? They never come outside. You gonna put me in this. I ain't got nothing to do with home. Nothing to do with home. I ain't even went up. Now keep that same energy that y'all did to everybody else to him. Hey, you talking about and get online talking about Rollo? Nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Zero. What the hell I got to do with that? Y'all nigga got me messed up. Y'all know I ain't going. You ain't gotta respect me, but you ain't gonna disrespect me. I bet you ain't been a day a dude came up on me and called me a rat in my face. You know, we crashing out. What we doing, huh? We crashing out. I wasn't even finna say nothing about
Wham, I wasn't saying that about thug. I wasn't saying that. I was keeping my mouth closed, staying out the business. But y'all on here playing these tight games. Now, if I posted this video or audio of this man saying he never said I told on him, what y'all gonna say then? I wonder, is the world gonna say they sorry? You think Baby J gonna say she's sorry? No. First thing Baby J gonna say is, Rolo must have paid Freckle Face Sean to say that. Oh, when 1090 Jake went up, get what they said. Rolo must have paid 1090 Jake. I like sent now on them niggas $1. King y'all, nigga, I lied to the police. Some of y'all told the truth. Yeah. Around here playing. All these niggas playing, man. What qualifying you niggas to be street niggas? Cause y'all ain't made no money out the streets. All y'all niggas getting money off the industry. And that's cool. It's cool for a nigga to get some paper out of the industry.
Rollo also posted on his story and said, "What do you call a wigger that's always got another wigger money in his hand? Got another wigger D in his mouth? A Pee-wee wigger." Then he posted paperwork and said, "Pee-wee, you forgot this one, Ussy," and posted a report of investigation paper that says the information that Rollo gave up about 2 drug houses was abandoned, and basically while they had the houses under surveillance, nothing was going on. He made it all up. Then he made another post where he said, "And you forgot this one, Duck. Now come give me a 1 so I can beat your little broke ass." And that paperwork basically saying the same thing. The information Rollo did give did not help the investigation. Rollo made another post and said, the difference is Rollo lied to the police. They told the truth. Then Rollo DM'd Roscoe and said, "You a O. Where you at? Let's meet up so I can show the world how much of a B you is. Matter of fact, you a side O wigger. You never been the main B. Click for click, D-Ride, add wigger." Now, regarding Rollo, I told y'all a while back, I will no longer do content saying someone a rat or trying to prove it. I already broke down Rollo paperwork. The thing with Rollo's situation, he keeps showing everyone the paperwork that's available to the public, where it says the information he gave was a lie and it didn't help the investigation. What the people that's calling Rollo a snitch want to see is the proffer, and that's sealed. It's not open to the public. They want to see what he said in the proffer. Now, mind you, in the paperwork, Rollo lawyer asked the judge, can the proffer be sealed and the information kept out of the public knowledge? And then
now, that's what Rollo don't want to talk about. That's all you got to talk to that nigga about. Why did your lawyer tell the judge, can the proffer be sealed and the information kept? Can nobody know? Like, what? What type of secret shit is you trying to make with these people? What was you talking to them about that you don't want nobody to know about Rollo and the and you told the truth because you broke the proffer. We know about it. That's what Keefe D did. Keefe D broke his proffer. Now we know about it because they hooked his ass up for that Tupac shit. Keefe D broke his proffer agreement. Queen for a day. Tell the truth about your crimes. You can't be. You won't be convicted of them. They won't charge you with them. You just tell the truth. He told the truth.
And Rollo asked the judge, can they label the proffer as a meeting instead of a proffer, because everybody knows what occurs at a proffer. So they want to see.
Then he told the judge, well, can we call the proffer a meeting? Because when the people here, I got a proffer, they know on a proffer, you snitching and you telling the truth about everything, you spilling your guts. It's called queen for. You're a queen for a day. They pamper you like Young Thug. You get cigarettes. What do you want? What you want to drink? What you want? Barbecue plate. You're a queen for a day. That's what Rollo had got.
The proffer, and Rollo haven't showed the proffer yet. He keeps showing the public documents. Now, why sell Woody responded and asked Atlanta to stop crashing out?
Guess he got to take me, the one with the less sense out of everybody. Is y'all seeing what these people are doing to us? Y'all.
But that's what I wanted to put on now. That said, Cassette Nash sitting up there pretending like their profit don't exist. And well, what Rollo really did was mislead the people. Well, show me that profit. Show me that he mislead them in their profit agreement. I said, oh, no, he's not misleading them because profit is to tell a damn truth. You can't lie in a damn profit agreement. Why did his lawyer tell the judge, can we call it something else, not a proffer? Because they're going to know I was telling. But they people know everybody. No, people don't know shit like that.
Oh my gosh, people, it's been another busy day in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta, it damn near seems like everybody in the city's got an allegation on their name at this point. Okay. It's whack-a-mole at this point. They try and fake cap and knock one allegation down, and then another one pops up. Okay. It has been absolutely crazy. Atlanta is absolutely on fire, man. It is wild. And I'm just excited for this, man. I'm excited for the Young Thug gospel album. They're saying that Gospel Glory's coming out soon, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, if you're a rat and a rapper, you might as well go gospel, twin. And they're saying, yo, we got the stained glass windows popping up, man. They saying that new tape, that new Jeffrey, you know what I'm saying? All praise Jeffrey. That might be coming soon, man. But look, it has been absolutely wild, all right? The past 24, 48, I don't know. First 48 is definitely a name that's got a ring to it, man. The last 48 hours have been absolutely insane. The Young Thug allegations keep getting worse, and it's not over. Okay, let's just do a quick recap on everything that happened. Okay, Young Thug been exposed for a 2-hour interrogation video with the police. Okay, he said that Pee Wee Roscoe carries Wayne's drugs. He told the entire 2-hour, it was damn near like a Trap Law Ross video, breaking down the entire 2-hour saga of Birdman and Lil Wayne's beef, giving the perfect motive for Birdman to want to send Pee Wee Roscoe to go and shoot that bus up. Okay, and he said that man breaks the law every single day. Now, interestingly, you might have seen this in my last video, okay? But the man himself, the alleged victim of such telling, Pee Wee Roscoe, he's taken to the internet. He denied being a rat. We're going to get to that. But he denied Thug snitching on him. He said Thug is as clean as Listerine. Okay, I don't know. I'll be spitting my Listerine back into the bottle and just reusing it over and over again. So maybe that's what he's referring to. But he said Thug is as clean as Listerine. He never snitched on him. And this has led to a chain reaction of exposés and responses that is just out of control at this point. So let's just recap this so you got the context, and then we're going to get to what happened. Okay, this is real F around and find out territory, right? Because Pee Wee put this up. I don't think he was ready for what came next.
Man, Jeff, clean as Listerine, man, clean as Ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you're supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we sell the Wayne Carter weed.
I saw people commenting, man. He was saying, I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. He did what you're supposed to do. He got in that interrogation room and he said, yeah, we sell Wayne weed. He never said we sell Wayne weed. He said, you carry Wayne's drugs. Apparently, that's what you're supposed to do, man. Hey, Pee Wee Roscoe, man, it's not a good look, man.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? No, a statement is this right here. Lineup selective. That's him. He did that. He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do, a real street nigga. Kept it solid, kept it overly real. You know what I'm saying?
He kept it overly real for 2 hours, man.
Really tried to pull me out the hole. So shit, I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the PR now, y'all don't remember when I was locked up. Now, let me just show you how the PRs and the internet selective politics. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it real. When I was locked up and Jeff was locked up, we went viral when they was like, that's the type of friend you want. He was like, man, Roscoe ain't told y'all the damn thing. Yeah, that's the beauty there. That's the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like all those niggas, everybody is in the state room, in the interrogation room, and they gave statements. You know, we're gonna throw the paperwork party tomorrow.
Hey, so he said he's gonna throw a paperwork party tomorrow, man. I don't think he realized what kind of paperwork party was being thrown, man. He might throw his own paperwork party because ever since he popped out, he stuck his neck out for Young Thug. He's had his reputation dragged through the mud too. Okay, people saying Pee Wee told too. Let's not forget his word ain't no good either. Now, this was initially in a TMZ article. I haven't seen the original paperwork for this, but it's believed. Okay, look, I'll just read you this, man. It says in Atlanta, man. The man behind bars and charged with shooting Lil Wayne's tour bus now says Birdman was involved in the murder for hire plot. Jimmy Winfrey told authorities that he should not be the one in jail when in fact Birdman's financial dispute with Lil Wayne is what ultimately led to the shooting. You mean that financial dispute with Lil Wayne that we heard about for 2 hours in the Young Thug interrogation footage? Perhaps. All right. TMZ reports Winfrey is arguing he should be held liable as a party to the crime. He's not specifically saying Birdman ordered the hit, but essentially that's what he's saying. As previously reported, Wayne's tour bus was shot full of holes as he was riding out from a performance in Atlanta back in April. You know, you remember that performance that Thug said in the interrogation footage? He said, I was in New Orleans. But that was going on at Pee Wee was in Atlanta. Remember that? No one was injured, and Birdman continues to maintain his innocence despite indictment documents naming Cash Money Boss as being part of the plot to take out Wayne. Now, I'm not trying to hear Pee Wee's take on this. Okay, I think he's compromised, but I'm trying to hear Birdman's take. The one man who could clear Thug's name in this situation, I'm trying to hear from Birdman. Okay, and what people are telling me is that Birdman ain't rocking with Thug like that after all of this. That's what people are saying, man. That's what people are saying. But look, okay, the deflection was strong. All right. We're going to get to some more stuff in a minute, okay, because there's actually so much to get through, okay? But the deflection was strong, okay? It looked like potentially, in my opinion, perhaps Pee Wee was put up to this by Young Thug himself. He popped out, he deflected it back onto Gunna and onto Rallo, and Rallo wasn't going for it either. Rallo wasn't going for it either, man. He pointed out the same thing. He took to Twitter. He says, well, it don't look like you freed him to us, twin. All right? Look, he posted that same TMZ article. This one's crazy. This one's crazy. Rallo got a sense of humor, man. Rallo got a crazy sense of humor. Man. Okay, look, we'll get to those tweets in a minute, all right? We'll get to those tweets, but I got some other stuff to show you real quick. So YSL Mondo, the alleged founder of YSL, the original founder, the first person to do it, all right? He popped out to defend Rallo and clap back at Young Thug and Pee Wee Roscoe, okay? He says people only be around dudes with motion so they can be taken care of. He is inferring that Roscoe is riding for Young Thug. Perhaps he's getting some kind of benefit from doing that. And he said that he's glad he wasn't part of the YSL Rico. This popped up yesterday, but let's react to this before we get to the new stuff that came afterwards.
A nigga just beat a motherfucking a Rico. Nigga come home, still talking about, oh, nigga ratted, nigga a rat, nigga da-da-da. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your ass, bro. Because you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence in a Rico and came home and minded your business and been humble. But instead, you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch in the ass. But that ain't the key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on the bitch talking about, and y'all heard it with y'all own ears. You got motherfuckers talking about AI. It did that in the third. And, oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about a nigga like Gunna ratted from saying, yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a nigga a rat by saying shit? They said Roscoe shot the bus up. And then a nigga like Roscoe did 10 years behind this shit, and you just got on the internet tomorrow. A nigga didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass so brainwashed, it's sickening. Y'all niggas need daddy figures, and y'all niggas be sitting back waiting on something good, waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. Maybe a nigga put me on. Maybe a nigga I can get some out of nigga or something did that. Like, it's so gay and weird to me, but y'all be coming on y'all be on my ass about being a real nigga. Rich, I'm not studying the internet, but I'm just letting y'all know how brainwashed and weird the world and the internet is, y'all. Come on, my brother. Roscoe, you the worstest. Twin, you worse than the rat itself. You did 10 years, twin, behind this shit. Roscoe, you did 10 years behind it, brother. And you just come on the internet and say a nigga didn't tell on you when everybody just heard this man say your name a few times? You feel me? Hey, bro, my kids are hungry. My light's finna get cut off. I'm finna get put out. Can you help me? I bet y'all can't even call Buddy phone, but y'all happening y'all today, a nigga wouldn't even give a damn. Y'all have to start a GoFundMe. I seen a lot of y'all niggas, I hate to say it like this, a lot of people have died who I thought had a little something going and had to go GoFundMe. That's not cool, y'all. That's embarrassing. Y'all be on these motherfuckers around rich niggas, around these rap niggas and shit like that. Something happen to you. You start a GoFundMe. Your people gotta go start a GoFundMe. Like, bro, y'all niggas are so weird, bro. Y'all niggas, this shit is weird, bro. We need to start talking like, y'all niggas is really like gay, bro. That's gay to me. So y'all niggas are sitting back waiting to be took care of, like how a bitch, you know how bitches be out here scouting for niggas who got money? Y'all niggas out here scouting for niggas who got money, so hoping and praying that they gonna take care of y'all like a bitch. That's what hoes do, twin. Bitches do that. Thought bitches. Y'all niggas are new thoughts. Y'all niggas on this internet are the new thoughts. Facts. Y'all niggas are the new thoughts. And then you had a nerd talking about Rallo and this, that, and the third. Rallo taking care of his community. Rallo building. What y'all niggas done did for the community? I ain't seen y'all niggas at no schools. Y'all niggas doing shit like that because you're on community service and shit. Y'all got to do that. Niggas like me walking into schools because I want to do that. Niggas like my boy Takeoff. Man, do it. Look like I give a damn about being left all bad and bougie, man. Come on, man. Clothes on. I'm in my whips. I'm having my bankroll. This ain't another nigga shit. Point blank, period. So I can't be too mad. Y'all talking about I'm mad I ain't round buddy. Oh, buddy, you mad then third. I don't want to be round buddy. Thank God I ain't round buddy. Because get what? I would have been caught up in a motherfucking Rico and some more shit. Nigga probably would have lost their life or did some goofy shit around that motherfucker behind buddy. Man, come on, man. I don't give a damn. Don't get mad at me. Come on, the motherfucker keeping it real. Come on, man.
So he trashed Young Thug. He said that he basically said that Pee Wee Roscoe is riding for Thug. Maybe he's doing that for some kind of benefit, and he's glad that he's not part of that Rico. Now, some people are defending Thug. Okay, another YSL legend. Okay, Lil Got It, somebody whose music is fire. Yeah, man, he low-key, he's sticking his neck out for Thug. He said, watch the full video and stop D-eating. Now, we don't watch the whole video, Lil Got It, okay? Don't let yourself get screwed over by this. They're clapping back with his own tweets. They're clapping back with Thug's own tweets saying, you a rap representer. Shut up. Wow. It's crazy, man. People saying watching this play out in real time, saying Lil Got It never makes the situation better. That's a bad look. But just when you thought things couldn't get worse, a second snitching allegation on Young Thug has now surfaced. They're saying, okay, one of the detectives from First 48 said Young Thug gave him information about a murder in the back of his squad car. Young Thug and his team filed multiple motions to stop the detective from testifying. This says motion number 19.
Young Thug and his attorneys are filing motions to stop the detective from test. Well, I mean, if he just finna lie, who cares, right? No, he's finna tell the truth. Young Thug sitting in the back of the police car, giving everything up. I told y'all, if you listen to the nigga in the interrogation room, how he just being so friendly and at ease with these people, want food and want to relax, man, he was too easy doing that. He done it before. I told you that. Yes, he has, in the back of a police car, talking about murders.
Comes now. Mr. Jeffrey Williams buying through undersigned counsel and hereby files this motion in limine number 19 to prohibit the prosecution and all of its witnesses, including Detective Quinn, from announcing his wrongful belief that he met with Mr. Jeffrey Williams in the back of his police car concerning a murder case. In support of the motion, Mr. Williams shows as follows. Mr. Williams is innocent of any and all of the charges in the above referenced indictment. Based upon information and belief, the prosecution and some of its witnesses, including but not limited to Detective Quinn, may wrongly state that Mr. Jeffrey Williams was in the back of their police car at some point and gave information on a murder case. Same is untrue. However, same also places Mr. Williams' character in an issue by being in a locked police car and having information on a murder case. This evidence must be excluded because same is one, not accurate, and two, places Mr. Williams' character at issue, and three, is irrelevant to the trial of the above referenced case. Supposedly, Mr. Williams was a very young man at the supposed time of this interaction of law enforcement. Now,
he been
okay, I want to give a little shout out to Whack 100, the Exposers, Prince, Lavish, and Ghost. Okay, this has been going around, but they were the first people that put me onto this information. Okay, and I was thinking at the start when this was going around on Reddit, is this fake? Is this fake? All right, people in the comments saying, yo, when it rains, it pours. I was wondering if this was fake, but the Exposers got me right. They said, nah, that's real paperwork. That's real paperwork. We got the whole paperwork here. All right? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Now, a lot of the defenders of Thug, they're trying to say, and Thug himself, all right? Thug himself addressed this on Twitter. So yesterday, he addressed the allegations, the initial allegations of snitching on his Twitter. And he also addressed these new allegations. He's done hit with a second charge of snitching, all right? And he had to get his Twitter fingers fired up to address this, okay? And he even posted it. He even posted it himself. Now, look, okay? Here's Thug, super damage control, all right? This is what he said yesterday in response to that initial video that I brought to your attention. They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. Rat where? And he said the DA kept objecting to letting it in. Facts. Thug wanted to introduce this interrogation tape. This is where the interrogation tape surfaced to begin with, because this was secret for damn near 8 years. It's my understanding that Thug's counsel wanted to introduce this interrogation tape to say, oh, look, this is him all the way back in 2015. He denying that he's a member of the Bloods. He's saying YSL isn't a gang. It's consistent with what he's saying now. Accidentally, this ends up getting leaked, and people don't realize it for a couple of years. But he was trying to introduce this. He was clutching at straws, thinking that was going to help him. That telling from all the way back then, allegedly, was going to help him with his case now to show,
because he had done,
you know what I'm saying, show that he good. Now, He hit this one. This is some more misinformation, misdirection. Okay, somebody tweeted, "We've been heard that footage and nothing Thug said can be misconstrued as snitching. Y'all are so gullible. It hurts to see this play out. Gunna fans so down bad about him flopping they had to reach for this nonsense." And this is an old post from Thugger Daily. It's a very selective. They picked one clip from the interrogation very selectively. All right. Notice how they didn't talk about him talking about Jimmy Winfrey carries Wayne's drugs and he breaks the law every day. They selectively picked one quote where he says that he's not a blood. And it's crazy that Thug's even tweeting this. He's retweeting this on his own page that Gunna fans are so down bad. Bro, the Thug fans are truly down bad. But he retweeted this selective moment from the interview, 16 seconds. All right. I want to talk about y'all are so gullible. This guy is so gullible it hurts. Okay. Because this doesn't prove anything other than there's 16 seconds of a 2-hour interrogation that exists.
All y'all are bloods, right? Like Lil Wayne, you, Amber Man, all y'all. So, I mean, I just don't see why the beef makes sense, though.
Of blood?
Yeah. Blood.
Man,
that's what y'all say on the song.
That is entertaining, man.
Y'all say it on the song. All y'all.
So this is the sort of thing that I think Thug wanted to be introduced at his trial to say, look, he's been saying he's not blood. It doesn't really prove anything, but he kept going, what? Now this one. And
I bet you he'll never clip that part when he said he commit crimes every day. He'll never clip that. Clip you committing, saying that your partner who they saying shot Lil Wayne tour bus up, commit crimes every day.
He had to face this one head on, all right? He tried to just be quiet about those initial allegations about the 2-hour tape. Didn't work. He had to respond. And now he's trying to get ahead of it. He posted this himself, all right? And he's saying some crazy stuff. Once more, misdirection. He says, this motion got filed because the detective lied and said I made a statement in the back of a police car. Stupid. That never happened. This isn't proof that never happened. Just because billing made by him, all right, to suppress the information saying that the detective is lying. And that doesn't prove anything, all right? Who has more of an incentive to lie? The man who's potentially facing 40 years in a RICO charge or a detective who says that something happened. Now, I'm not saying this didn't happen. I'm not saying it did happen. But essentially, this is Thug pulling at straws in the trial, basically saying, yo, we cannot have this come out. This makes me look bad. And I feel like the detail here that's really interesting that a lot of people are overlooking, when he says this evidence must be excluded because it's not accurate, it places Mr. Williams' character at issue. But thirdly, it's irrelevant to the trial of the above referred case. That means that these alleged comments about a murder wasn't the Big Nut murder. Don't know what murder it was. We need to find out. But he was apparently, allegedly, according to the state and the detectives, despite Young Thug giving his word, nah, that's not what happened. Supposedly, Mr. Williams was very young at the time. Why does that matter? Again, it's just these kind of excuses like he was very young. I don't know why that matters, all right? But he's saying it's not true. He's saying the Detective Quinn may wrongly state that he was in the back of the police car and gave information on a murder case. He's trying to suppress this because it's about a different case. It's not a good look, man. But anyway, Young Thug, he kept crashing out. He'd been crashing out on Twitter all day long, man. So in addition to that, he said, stop trying to make me one of those boys. Death before dishonor this way, kids. It's desperate, all right? And so he went back and forth with Rollo, okay? And before I get to the Rollo tweets, I'm going to give you a little bit more context. Shout out to Remo, man, because he be doing some exceptional journalism on this situation. But Remo posted a throwback clip of Rollo basically saying that he had a long-running beef with Young Thug and that he shot at Young Thug every time he saw him outside. This is crazy.
So, with my boy Young Thug, it's kind of special to me because me and Young Thug, we was beefing. You know what I'm saying? We came up in the streets beefing with each other. You know, if you on this side and you on that side, of course you're gonna beef. You know what I'm saying? He was from the other side. And like everywhere I seen him, I shot at him. I know.
He said he shot at him everywhere that he sees him, man. This is actually crazy. So look, they went back and forth on Twitter. All right. They went back and forth on Twitter. So look, Rollo made this post, all right? In response to Young Thug saying that he was a snitch, or sorry, Pee Wee Roscoe pointing out that Rollo was dragging Rollo into this. Rollo ain't have nothing to do with this initially, right? He said, well, bitch, I lied to the feds for real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you're going to have to go through what me and Gunna went through, and we waiting on that gospel album, twin. And Rollo, just for the sake of just being factual, okay? Man, technology sucks sometimes. Let me zoom into this somehow. Here we go. All right. So the whole point of this paperwork is basically to say that Rollo, all right, he lied to the police. It says, from the information given by Davis was deemed to be chicanery. Now, if you don't know chicanery, he's spinning them, he weaving a narrative that's not true. This is what Thug's trying to say that he did, but he said what he said in that interview, okay? So this literally says, this is from the actual report of investigation, okay? It's saying that they believe that the statements made by Rollo were chicanery. The proffer remains unknown, all right? Both stash houses were discovered abandoned, okay? The facts set forth above show reasonable grounds do not exist to grant Davis information to be truthful. They didn't think his information was truthful. They said that the feds themselves, the cops themselves said outright, okay, we do not believe that what he said was true. Specifically, the information given did not help the U.S. to identify nor locate the individual mentioned in the illegal narcotics trafficking described above. The FBI lacks, through this investigation conducted, the statements that were given, the information obtained from Davis lacks credibility. Davis stated that his plug, aka drug supplier, was dead, which led him into trafficking marijuana. Okay. It says Davis refused to answer questions on or about April 17th, 2018, after being found in the cargo bay of the airplane with the product marijuana on board. So this basically says Rollo's statements was a load of cap, chicanery. Okay. And Young Thug clapped back. He replied to this. All right. He replied to this. He reposted Rollo's post. He said, see, the difference between me and you is, one, your friend said you didn't lie. You actually told on real people. You said that somebody actually did something that they were arrested for. Well, like shooting up a tour bus that Rollo, the Pee-wee was arrested for, like that. I made an honest mistake. This is him admitting that he told. I made an honest mistake saying that we sold Lil Wayne weed to try and prove to the detectives that we wasn't beefing with him. He didn't say we. This is cap. This is misdirection. He said he's talking about Pee Wee Roscoe. He didn't say He didn't say we carry Wayne's drugs. He didn't say that. He didn't say they sold the Wayne weed. He didn't say any of this. This is a lie. Okay. See the difference? Well, you're a liar. And let's not forget, you told Fanny you would take the stand on me and Lucci in our case to get out of jail. Citation needed, Young Thug. We're going to need a citation because I don't know if any of that's true. He kept going. He added Rollo Famgoon. He said, I tried to free my mans. You tried to fry yours. That isn't true based on the paperwork that's been shared. All right. He is on Twitter crashing out, lying, spreading misinformation to try and cover up the fact that he has been exposed for talking to the police for 2 hours and being a hypocrite. Because if he thinks Gunna's a snitch, then he's a snitch too. That's been my stance the whole time. You can't have both. You can't have it the same way. All right. It is what it is. So Rollo been clapping back. Rollo done hit back a whole bunch of times. Okay. And he's been pretty hilarious with it. Okay. He posted this, said the difference is Rollo lied to the police. They told the truth. Facts. All right. He goes on to say, what do you call a man that's always, one, got another dude's money in his hand, and two, got another dude's piece in his mouth? A Pee-wee butt person. All right. We're going to clean this up and be very careful about what we say here. But he's going at Pee-wee and he's basically saying Pee-wee got another man's money in his hand. All right. He's inferring that Pee-wee got paid to say that. Okay. And he's even messaged Pee-wee in a direct DM, and he shared this. Said, you ho. Where you at? Let's meet so I can show the world how much of a bitch you is. Matter of fact, you a side hoe. You ain't never been a main chick. Old click to click D-riding. That is actually very disrespectful. Okay. So Rollo has been going crazy on Twitter himself. All right. Rollo has been putting a lot of stuff out there in response to this tweet that I showed you earlier. I tried to free my mans, you tried to free yours. He clapped back, says, well, it doesn't look like you freed him to us, twin. Showed the mugshot, showed Pee Wee Roscoe's article saying that he was trying to say that Birdman had something to do with it, and this hilarious image, all right? Rollo had a whole lot to say over the last 48 hours, okay? He's had a whole bunch of things to say that were very interesting, all right? He's clapping back at a bunch of people, posted that Pee Wee Roscoe message, posting a whole bunch of stuff, okay? So he's ever since this came out, all right, ever since he came out, he said, what's for me is for me, and what's for the streets is for the streets. People make changes for what they want in life. When everyone went against you, I was with you. And when everyone went against me, you rode with them. I don't give a F what nobody say about you. If you riding with me, I'm riding for you, and can't nobody turn me against you. I'm with you until the world blow. F the politics. Help me, help us. He said, God don't play about me. A lot of people have been saying this is some divine intervention. This is like cosmic karma after all of the smut that Thug put on Gunna's name. The karmic gods have come back to bite him in the backside, man. Said, I ain't gonna dookie on you like you dookied on me when everyone went against me. I'm gonna pray for you and hope we can get this thing back together. All right. Said, you know, I ain't going. I don't even know why a F-boy would even try and play with me like that. Paint whatever picture you want of me and I'll help you hang that stuff up so I can show you how much I don't give a F. Said, good morning. I just want to tell that ugly fat bitch Jade she owed me and Gunner an apology for how she did us. That Big B won't be able to fit in them spider sweatsuits when I get done with how much stuff I'm finna talk. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. This guy's hilarious, man. He got the thugs. He got the jokes. You know, he cracking the jokes. He's saying the big bouncer herself back promoting parties. You work in the door or the kitchen. Oh my gosh, right? Oh my gosh. He just went crazy with it. Okay. We already saw that tweet. And here's what was really interesting. So Rallo clapped back, right? When Thug said, see, the difference between me and you is one, your friends said you didn't lie. You actually told on real people. You said that somebody actually did something they were arrested for. And I made an honest mistake saying that we sold Lil Wayne weed to try and prove the detectives we had nothing to do with it. Now, just like Young Thug got Pee Wee Roscoe up to task to basically ride for him, Rallo's doing the same thing. He got somebody from his case, all right? He said, clapped right back at Young Thug, hit him with the Uno reverse card and did exactly to him what he did to Pee Wee, with Pee Wee. He said, well, let's hear it out of my friend's mouth. Did I tell on him? I went federal. You went Fulton County. I never met Fannie Willis in my life. Show your proof like I'm showing mine. And for your information, I was one of the only dudes screaming free Lucci. You snake-ass dudes are the real reason Atlanta is broken. You thought you was John Gotti, but you just a street punk. Let's not forget Big Boo took care of your bum ass. Shout out to The Rock, raised on Cleveland crew. And here he is, man. So this is, I guess this is Rallo's co-defendant, basically stamping it that he did not tell on him.
This is all they could be doing. That's what I think. If you had my personal opinion, I think they done took all this shit that going on with their profile. And just, since they don't know the answers to the profile, that's what they use. They just throwing shit together. Like, and so it makes sense what you saying. That's the only thing, when you just said that, that's the only thing that can make sense. They taking that profile shit and throwing me in that as whoever that the people had been talking about. That's probably what they think.
And then they keep, the dog food, and they call me Mr. Dog Food. So they like, okay, this nigga Rallo done got this man locked up for some dog food. That's what it got to be, Sean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they going out for. I'm laughing, but I get what you say. I'm saying the same thing. That's all they can be getting it out for.
That's some weird ass shit.
So they ain't got no facts. Ain't nobody saying, oh, I got it, I can pull it up, or I got some paper, or Sean sent me some paperwork.
Man.
So Rallo clapped back, all right, and he continued talking, continued doing his tweet, and he reposted some other people's stuff. Said Pee Wee Roscoe did 10 years for Wayne's tour bus, then he got out, then they locked him up for the same charge again when the RICO hit. How the hell did you try and help free him? Lol. He said they cut low, and I'm gonna cut lower. That's on God. Who want it? Right? So Rallo also had other stuff to say in clips that were circulating on Instagram. Okay, this was just his ex rants, but he was going crazy on Instagram too. All right, so this was getting posted on Atlantology. He said Rallo wants to meet with Pee Wee and shoot the one-on-one fade for talking all of that stuff, man. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy.
You gonna put me in this? I ain't got nothing to do with home. Nothing to do with home. I ain't even went up. Now keep that same energy that y'all did to everybody else to him. Come out. Going online talking about, don't even say my name. I ain't said now one of y'all niggas ain't now time. Come out. Come on with the joke. Roscoe, where you at? Come outside. Get out that house. Come outside. Let's meet up. Let's meet up. Let's do like back in the days. Meet up. Man, I ain't talking about nothing. Always getting online talking about another, man. I wasn't even saying that. I just made my little post telling it, hey, stick to your homeboy. Now you want to go online and say something about me. I ain't said nothing about you, home.
So Rollo had other posts on his Instagram too. All right, he had this one. He said, I don't give a F what nobody say about you. If you riding for me, I'm riding for you. And can't nobody turn me against you. I'm with you until the world blow. F the politics. Somebody got to stand on something. That's the real G code. That's what he said, man. Posted a video.
If I'm with you, it ain't nothing nobody can do or say to turn me against you. It's us versus them to the world blow. I don't give a damn what this shit come with. My mama, my own family, my sisters, my brothers can't even turn me against you. They ain't gotta respect you, but they ain't gonna disrespect you. No, I don't right there. Hell no. I don't give a damn. I ain't around no new ways. I don't give a damn about no politics. There's no amount of money that can buy my motherfucking lawyers. I'm standing on that and I'm willing to die.
Now, I just want to point out something very interesting. Notice what his hat says. It says respect. Respect. Not respect, respect. This is a reference to Birdman. This is a hidden coded message, right? You remember when Birdman went to the Breakfast Club? He said, you better put some respect on my name. This is a little reference to Birdman, a little coded message hidden there for Thug, man. I spot everything.
And if I'm in a room and somebody talking bad about you, if I don't walk out that motherfucker, it's my duty to check you. And if I fuck with somebody that you don't fuck with, it's my duty to come into some common ground with y'all and fix whatever problem y'all got. Send it to your mans. So fuck the politics, fuck the rap shit, fuck whatever. Hey, that.
So look, he kept it real, man. He said what he had to say. And then there's more, right? There's more. All right. And I got to give Rollo his flowers, man. He be fresh. He got fresh fits all day long, man. He got the fam goon chain, got the pink fluffy hat. You know what I'm saying? The pinky ring. He looking fresh, man. But look, he commented here. He posted this video. He said, we always have to help the elders of our community. So I'm reaching out to ask y'all to help me start this old man, Mr. Roscoe, a GoFundMe account to raise money so he can continue his lying life of posting other people money and jewelry. We also got to get big baby Jade in the gym. Her clout chasing days are now over. She'll be back to being a bouncer at all the local bars and clubs in Atlanta. Thank you and God bless. Let's hear what he said.
Well. It's a sad day in Atlanta right now. We have an old homeless dude by the name of Roscoe who has lost his Section 8 apartment due to the fact he was found guilty of dick riding in the first degree. I no longer think that his sugar daddies will support his living arrangements due to the fact that the Department of Labor have cut off his unemployment check and he lost his disability benefits and he do not qualify for any Social Security benefits because dick riding is not a real job in the state of Georgia. So I think that y'all should join me in efforts in helping him get a GoFundMe account so he can continue to live this false lie life on Instagram. And I also need you guys' help in influencing Baby Jade to use Garner, amazing coach, to lose their weight because she will be back club bouncing every week in the club.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my God. You got to give it. Hey, listen, you shouldn't have taken Rollo to war because this guy's got a sense of humor. Young Thug ain't got no sense of humor like this, okay? And Rollo's not just posting videos and tweeting, he also commenting. He covering all the ground, all right? When academics posted Pee Wee Roscoe saying Thug ain't do nothing wrong, Rollo commented, Roscoe a whole ho. 305. Get your calculators out and work out what 305 means on the calculator, man. That is actually crazy. It's crazy. It's a bad look, right? It's a bad look for everybody. It's wild, okay? And once again, the fans have been turning on Thug in his own subreddit, okay? His own fans are turning on him. They're not feeling him. They see what a hypocrite he is. They posted memes. They're saying Thug trying to find the next dude to call a snitch. He's snitching on snitches, all right? Some people are defending him, all right? Video a decade old, and everyone that ain't a child already knew about it. That's cap, because everybody done woke up and said, what the hell? Anyone that ain't a Gunna fan knows he didn't snitch. Roscoe said he didn't snitch. Roscoe's word don't count for nothing, unfortunately. Gunna fans scrambling for everything. That is kizzy cap. You gonna believe Roscoe or your own ears? Man, the call is coming from inside the house the whole time. So allegedly, Young Thug and his team are running around having posts about this taken down, man. Thug's team are removing posts about this situation. All right? They're saying it's time to rat to Mark Zuckerberg. But look, everybody has got their 2 cents on this. We saw Charleston White saying, I thought Real gangsters just got in the interview room and said,
Young Thug label 300. That white, don't that white dude, that Jewish white dude own it? He on YouTube. They got it. He run the music department of YouTube.
I need to talk to my lawyer, but Charleston White has broken it down even further, right? Charleston White has said the industry owes YFN Lucci an apology because Lucci is what Young Thug and Woody portrayed themselves to be. That's what he's saying. So he put a long post, said the hip-hop community and the streets are frauds. YFN Lucci and Shell Kel are what these dudes, Thug and Woody, had been portraying to be. So here's the breakdown of what led to the 2015 case and King Slime talking. It was already rumored on the streets that Shannon Stillwell, Woody, Yak, and Threat, Woody's best friend, did the hit on Donovan Thomas, aka Nut, and Thug ordered the hit and rented the car. The reason why they killed Nut is because someone shot the window out of Thug's car. Thug called Nut and said he wanted his car fixed. Nut said, dude, you're rich, get your own car fixed, and that's what started the war. Investigator T and Investigator G, along with the feds and Detective V, a white girl, were on Woody's case, especially with all of the murders and houses being shot up with the war between YSL and YFN. Woody comes down to clear his name and to find out what we know, and he basically breaks, gives us what we need because he was tired of going back and forth to prison because we kept on arresting him with guns and on probation violations. After we caught him with a machine gun in a backpack while playing basketball at a rec center in Mechanicsville. But he needed that gun because YSL left him hanging after the murders. But before that, both Woody and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan's dad's house and his dad's barbershop in 2015, striking him in the leg. This happened after Rich called Thug homosexual whilst he was performing, and Thug let me get the rest of this. All right, I found the whole post, and Charleston White got a bunch of other stuff speaking on this, so we'll get to that in a minute, okay? But before that, both Woody and Threat, can you see this? Let me move me over here. All right. This happened after blah, blah, blah. Thug could have killed him, but he only wanted to send a message. Then the dispute between Thug and Wayne happened. Lil Wayne attempted to little boy Thug, and Thug wasn't going for it. Wayne was Thug's idol at one point. Thug told Wayne, dude, I'm a gangster. Don't ever disrespect me. This is what led to Thug naming his album Barter 6 to take jabs at Wayne's Carter albums. And Lil Wayne and Birdman were going at it over money. They keep telling y'all, I'm the police, we the police. And he tagged everyone. I need to get my name on that list as well, man. So Charleston White posted again. He went back to back with posts, man, like Drake, back to back. All right. FBI agent words about Rallo, Academic, Say Cheese, Thugger, Lil Baby, Big Bank, Big Facts. All right. It says Gunna never snitched. He should have, but he didn't. And Rallo damn sure never snitched. I don't give a damn what paperwork they claim they got. Rallo has never snitched. And I investigated him ever since he was 14 years old. And Lucci never snitched. Even when YSL shot up his video shoot, he never snitched. That's what it says, okay? And then he posted listen, he says, this is the detective that cracked Woody's self-made YSL Woody's case and made him start telling and cooperating. Every street dude in Atlanta knows of her. If your name came or across her desk, your criminal career stops in a short amount of time. She's a super cop who was targeted by YSL attorneys to defame her and assassinate her character. Is an upstanding officer in order to assist the defense of Young Thug. But every last one of them dudes from Lil Baby to Pee Wee Roscoe know how relentless and diligent she is when it comes to solving crimes and making good arrests. Had she been put on the stand, the outcome of the YSL trial would have been different. That's what he says. He says, I've been telling y'all I'm connected to the police and FBI. Words from the FBI detectives. So this is just a little snippet, but it says, this is what led to Thug naming his album Barter 6 to take jabs at Wayne Carter and Lil Wayne. They were going at it over money. This is what was on the other thing. Words from FBI detectives. Then Lil Wayne tour bus got shot up. Investigators saw Pee Wee Roscoe with a gun, and Atlanta police escorted Lil Wayne tour bus to the Cobb County line. They then headed back to Atlanta, and that's when Pee Wee shot up the tour bus. So in that interrogation video, that was the first time the feds arrested Thug on minor charges, and they got his phone. It took about 3 years to break that phone password. They were supposed to give it back to him, but they didn't, and that's what caused evidence to be suppressed. And that's why it wasn't used in the YSL RICO, because Thug and Brian Steele fought hard to get that evidence tossed along with that video. So that's why it wasn't used in court, all the evidence in that phone, fruits of a poisonous tree. But that phone had all kinds of evidence in it. And from what I heard, after that tour bus was shot up, Roscoe called Thug and Thug called Birdman. They didn't want to kill Wayne. They only wanted to send a message, but the feds broke Thug into mentioning both Birdman and Roscoe from what you see in that video, because Thug knew what was inside his phone. Wow. So they're saying that's why Thug was doing all that talking, because he knew that they had his phone. All right. And Charleston White made a very good point here. He said, everybody going back and forth is on probation. Don't let that go over your head. Okay. So Charleston White, he also responded in a couple little clips that have been going around too. Gave his opinion.
You and your crew, the man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna slaughter Young Thug. I got the Anton Daniels tonight. I got Big Bank Saturday. I got Say Cheese TV tomorrow. I'm gonna go on a run with this real. Thanks for that, alley hoop, Thug.
Hey, you're welcome, Charleston.
Thanks for that, alley hoop. I'm gonna go on a run. Say, I'm coming down court behind the back. I'm gonna go on a run, baby. Ooh. Say, listen, I prophesied this. Right now, Say Cheese TV is looking at all these old videos. I told y'all Young Thug would go tell it. I am the new prophet. Y'all the new prophet. Listen, I have destroyed the hip hop community. I have single-handedly, me and Lil Woody, when I Woody did, I started first.
Has he got a police badge chain? I'm gonna need to get one of those. That's hard.
Single-handedly destroyed the hip hop community. You can't deny that. You have the right to remain silent. The street niggas I used to watch before, they said, I don't want to talk to no motherfucking police. Fuck you talking to me for? Take me back. You a brain. First thing they tell you before you sit down is, you do know you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have a right to attorney. You have a right to have an attorney present. Right then and there, you don't want to talk no more. But I thought we don't talk to police. Man, what really? I'm gonna call Scarface. Scarface got a whole song talking about we don't talk to police. I thought, man, what is he gonna talk? A 2-hour interrogation, and you mad at Yak got it. You mad at Gunna. Gunna don't have no interrogation tape, and everybody mad at Gunna. This is what I tell y'all: hip hop is fake. They pick and choose. Come on over with me, Young Thug. Turn in your jersey, Young Thug, and come on over here and sit down with the tattletale niggas. You didn't take the stand, but you told. You tattletale. Come on over, gonna tell. Everybody gonna tell. Everybody's gonna tell at some point when they get in trouble with the law. You can't beat the list out. You cannot beat the list out. I know I can't beat them, so I know. I learned that little bit before. You cannot beat police. The only problem in life is watching them on work. I don't know how to steal. You fucking be up by the bitch who fucking both of them.
He a funny dude, man. He's crazy.
Ooh, listen. Slime. Loose Thug. I know you heard the saying loose whips ain't shit, don't you? This is why y'all ship sunk. The whole YSL tail group was a loose lip full of boys. They weren't just talking in the interrogation room. They was talking on record. Lucy, you the man, boy.
Man, so look, the whole Snitching League responded to the situation, man. Even YSL Woody responded, man. YSL Woody jumped online to give his opinion. This was posted in Atlantology. It said, respected rat. YSL Woody says that YSL members and other ATL artists need to stop arguing with each other. Says the fans and the internet is trying to divide them apart. Does he have a point? Now, my takeaway from this clip was he was really trying to say, like, yo, ratting ain't so bad, man. Ratting ain't so bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tell him it ain't so bad. Like, if you told, you know, it ain't such a big deal. Who cares? Take care of your family. Get your money. Get your rat on, man.
It takes me the one with the less sense out of everybody. Is y'all seeing what these people are doing to us? Y'all sitting right here trying to expose this person, expose that person, say this person this person that. Bro, they're trying to demolish this whole thing. Stop letting these people beat y'all. What's wrong with y'all? Like, who cares? Who cares? Make money, get money. You know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas out here tripping, bro. Y'all letting y'all emotions control y'all. Y'all niggas out here in crash out mode. All on the internet. Stop. Y'all, goddamn, bro. Y'all ain't tired of it? Niggas spent all them days and nights in jail complaining about missing time with their kids. But now, y'all want to impress some people that don't care nothing about y'all. Man, live y'all life, man. Take care of y'all family, man. Leave the internet. The internet is designed to destroy us, man. And they got me on here talking with all this damn good sense. Y'all niggas need to be ashamed of yourself.
They said they should be ashamed of themselves because they got YSL Woody on here talking with good sense. Now, Now he did another update going at Pee Wee Roscoe, clapping back to the disrespect.
Don't forget about that trans story, nigga.
Oh no.
Don't forget about that trans story, nigga. When you said it out your own mouth, how you did the booty with that trans vest, Pee Wee Roscoe. You know damn well not to mention me, boy. You know I ain't got no sense. I ain't got no damn screws in my head, boy. You remember we was at the Sky House? Me, you, and Thug was sitting in the car, and that damn trans vest walked past, and Thug tapped you and said, Pee Wee, what's up with that? And you told Thug how you stuck your diggling up in it. Don't get me started, nigga. And Pee Wee.
I ain't gonna lie, I might have to trim that, man. I might have to trim that out of the video. You're gonna have to go and do your own research into that one. I ain't even trying to comment on that one, but Woody, he on exposure timing, man. He on exposure timing, man. So look, some people are saying YFN Lucci wasn't solid, and I think YFN Lucci was solid. To be honest with you, I'm not believing that, but I haven't looked into it properly yet. But people are saying that only the last hope for Ratlanta to keep it solid, the only rapper that stayed true to the code, didn't tell on nobody during the Rico and gets no credit, is Hood Rich Pablo Juan. Pablo Juan. I fuck with Hood Rich Pablo Juan. I rate him. I actually like Hood Rich Pablo Juan. So look, all right. 21 Savage. He even unfollowed Young Thug. All right. Okay. The post was deleted, but we know the truth. All right. I done looked on the Instagram page. I done looked up who. Let's do it now. All right, we on 21 Savage's Instagram, man. Let's see who's following. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Oh, he's following him now. He's following him now, man. He wasn't earlier when I looked it up. People were saying this was cap. He wasn't following him. When I looked this up earlier, he wasn't following him, man. Low-key looking like a little damage control to me because he was not following him this morning. The word got round. The post got deleted. He's still following Gunner 2, though. He's still following Gunner 2. But the word around town this morning was that 21 Savage had unfollowed him. And I checked it on my phone with my own eyes. He was not following Thug this morning. Now it's cap. Maybe he's backtracked. Maybe he got that call. But Thug, he's pretending to be unbothered. And he showed off his chains. All right? I don't know if it's an old video, a new video. This is the YSL. Oh, no, not YSL. This is the iScooty chain. It's not YSL. There's not a Y and an S and an L hidden in there. No, definitely not. All right. But people saying he wearing the iced out cross. He must be promoting that gospel album that's on the way, twin. That gospel album must be on the way if he promoting that cross, man. He got the iced out cross. He got the iced out YSL. I mean, iced out iScooty chain. And that gospel album might be on the way. So look, people. All right. And Ratlanta. It's over with, okay? It's over with. They're saying there's another allegation on Thug's name. Allegedly, according to the police, he was in the back of a police car when he was a young man talking about a murder that ain't have nothing to do with the YSL Rico case. That is absolutely wild. You might notice a little bit of a change in the backdrop of the studio. I had to take down the Young Thug dress, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't have the Jeffrey dress in the backdrop amid these startling allegations, okay? Listen. The streets saying I can't have a dress that belongs to Young Thug in the backdrop. So I went full Nike Tech. We got the Nike Tech. He's throwing up a little something. You know what I'm saying? He's throwing up the bees and he's throwing up the pitchfork. Okay, so we don't discriminate over here. But yeah, I had to change the backdrop, man. I had to switch it up because they saying Young Thug not good in these streets, man. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? I'll keep you guys updated. That was a whole lot of new information. If anything else comes out, I will keep you guys informed. It's absolutely
Coffee. Follow me.